That's the Odrifa for today. Come and adjust this for me. YouTube is connected again. Can somebody go there to confirm that everything is good, quality, sound, and all of that? Odrifa Ogunda Irete is the Odrifa for today. Ogunda Irete, òun ni Odrifa tá a máa gbé yẹ̀wò lénìí. Odrifa Ogunda Irete, or just move it forward a bit. Okay, thank you. We will manage it like that. It's good. Okay, we'll manage what we can get like that today. Network is turning on its own. Odrifa Ogunda Irete ni Odrifa tí à ń gbé yẹ̀wò lénìí. The sound is good. I know the picture quality is not as good as it's supposed to be because this device is, but let's make do with what we have. Before we delve into the Odrifa for today, we always start by making Iba. We start by making Iba. So we are going to make Iba to pay homage to the powers that be, the powers that have made it possible for us to experience today. Àwọn agbára tó ṣílẹ̀kùn èní, àwọn agbára tó ń control èní, the powers that control this day. We are going to pay homage to them. Our flash goal is trying to come up, but the network is a bit unstable. But as soon as it comes up, please let everybody participate. Eshe. Akọ́dá ayé àṣèbà, àṣèbà àṣẹ̀dá, àṣèbà tí wáyé ọjọ́, àṣèbà tí wọ̀ oòrùn. Elédùmarè ọba atẹ́rẹrẹ kárí ayé àṣèbà, aníkíbà wá ṣẹ ọ. Òràn ọmọ níṣẹ́ fàyà tí àṣèbà. Ọba tó lọ kọrin kése, ọba lánàá, ọba lénìí, ọba títí ayérayé àṣèbà, aníkíbà wá ṣẹ ọ. Ajagunmalé olúwo òde ọ̀run àṣèbà, àṣèbà olúbíkin ọ̀sán ìbíkin àṣèbà, àṣèbà òkè, àṣèbà ilẹ̀. Mo ṣe bá bàbá mi àbàtì, mo ṣe bá bàbá mi, mo ṣe bá ìyá mi ẹ̀dán, ìyá mi. Mo ṣe bá ìyá mi Ajíbọ́lá, mo ṣe bá ìyá mi ẹ̀dán, mo ṣe bá Bẹ̀ní onílé, mo ṣe bá gbogbo ọmọ onílé, mo ṣe ogbó atọ́, mo ṣe ogbó alàwòrò lótùfẹ́, ogbó kọrin kése fún gbogbo ọmọlé Ajíbọ́lá, aníkíbà wá ṣẹ ọ. Lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáláyé níbi gbogbo tá a ti péjọpọ̀ lénìí, àṣèbá orí, àṣèbá ẹlẹ́dàá, àṣèbá àwọn ọlọ́kọ̀ tó wà wá wá sáyé, àwọn tó wà pẹ̀lú wa àtàwọn tó ti rí bí àgbáre, àṣèbá, aníkíbà wá ṣẹ ọ. Gbogbo lọ́balọ́ba níjòyè níjòyè la ṣèbà fún. Àníkádé ó pẹ́ lórí yín, àníkàṣẹ pẹ́ lẹ́nu yín, àníkìlú yìí má ti orí yín tú láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Níbi gbogbo tá a ti péjọ pọ̀ lénìí, mo ṣèbà orí àtẹ́lẹ́dàá wa. Àṣeyé ìpà òòṣà, àṣeyé ìpà ifá, àṣeyé ìpà ẹ̀dán, àṣeyé ìpà ikin, àṣeyé ìpà fún gbogbo àwọn òrìṣà tí ó ń ṣọ̀sẹ̀ lénìí, àníkí ọlọ́sẹ̀ ó gbà á. Èní lọ̀sẹ̀ òòṣà ńlá, èní lọ̀sẹ̀ Ọbàtálá, èní lọ̀sẹ̀ ọba Lúfọ̀n, ọ̀sẹ̀ ọba Lúayé, èní lọ̀sẹ̀ àwọn ọ̀yà mi òṣòro mọ̀nìgà, àwọn arógbáṣọ má balẹ̀, àwọn ọlọ́mú kan tí ń fún gba ọmọ ọlọ́mú, ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ kan tí ń bẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ méjì ìjà, àṣèbá yín o, aníkíbà wá ṣẹ. Èní ní ọ̀sẹ̀ egúngún, àwọn tó tẹ̀ káwa tó tẹ̀, àwọn tó lànà káwa tó débí, àwọn tó ṣàwó kù sẹ́yìn fún wa, àṣèbà, aníkíbà wá ṣẹ o. A tún ti wá fẹ́ bọ́ sínú ẹ̀kọ́ ifá mi ìlénìí. Odrifa Ogunda Irete ni Odrifa tá a máa gbé yẹ̀wò lénìí. Ọgbọ́n, ìmọ̀ àti òye tó wà nínú ẹsẹ̀ ifá yìí òun ni kó jẹ́ tiwa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Kífá bá wa ṣe, kí Elédùmarè bá wa ṣe, káwọn tó ṣàwó kù sẹ́yìn kó bá wa ṣe tiwa láṣẹ pélé ní láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Bá a ṣe ń gbọ́n kó má gba tòsí jáde, kó dénú wa, kó dodindi, kó dire owó, kó dire ọlá, kó dire ọlà, ire ìgbéga, ìdùnnú àti àìkú tí ń ṣe baálẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ òun ni kó jẹ́ fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo ibi tẹ́ ẹ ti ń gbọ́ mi lénìí, ìwúre tó wà nínú Odrifa yìí, ọgbọ́n tó wà níbẹ̀, ire tó wà níbẹ̀, ọlá tó wà níbẹ̀, ọlà tó wà níbẹ̀, òun ló máa jẹ́ ti yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ìdí tẹ́ ẹ ṣe jí lówùúrọ̀ yìí pé ẹ̀kọ́ ifá lẹ fẹ́ kọ́, ohun ẹnu Olódùmarè lẹ fẹ́ gbọ́, ẹ̀ ní ṣe lásán, èmi àti yín ò ní ṣe lásán láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n nífá ni atórí ẹni tí ò sunwọ̀n ṣe. Níbi tó bá kù díẹ̀ káàtó sí, ifá tún orí èmi àti yín ṣe. Níbi tó bá kù díẹ̀ káàtó sí, ifá sọ̀rọ̀ wa dayọ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àṣẹ. Dr. Yomi, ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ kú ojúmọ́. Mr. Dayo P1, Mrs. O Forever, Mr. Mike and every other person on the live streaming. Adupe Eshe. Pinnacle Digital, thank you so much. Ray, thank you so much for joining us this morning. The Odrifa for today is Odrifa Ogunda Irete. Before we delve into it, if you are joining us for the first time, this is the TikTok channel of Ifa College and the YouTube channel of Iyanifa Ewa TV. At Ifa College, what we do majorly is to help you unlearn the misconceptions, the lies that you have been told about Ifa, about Isheshe, about African spirituality, about your roots, your source, your foundation, and who you are. You are unlearning those misconceptions, and you are learning the truth about your identity, about how to connect to the divine and supreme being the way your ancestors did. And you will still relearn certain things that you used to know before that you didn't know were so important. All right, and here what you are learning is the undiluted, unwatered down truth about who we are, who we represent, and our relationship with the divine. That being said, Ashe for today airs every weekday morning, Mondays to Fridays, 6 a.m. Nigerian time, 5 a.m. for those of you on GMT, that is those in UK and in Ghana, and those of you on the EST, it will be 12 midnight. If you have missed previous episode, this is season 3, meaning that we had season 1, a total of 26 episodes. We had season 2, a total of 30 episodes. 26 plus 30, that's 56. And season 3 is going on now. Today is episode 5. So in total, we have had 60 episodes of Ashe for today. We have touched on 60 different Odrifas and Eseifa. You need to go to the YouTube channel, Iyanifa Ewa TV, to subscribe, turn on notifications, grab a glass of whatever drinks makes you feel happy, grab whatever snack you love, and sit down and watch it again. They are the words of Olodumare. It's not me speaking. I'm just re-echoing what Ifa has said. And what is Ifa? Ifa ni ohun Olodumare. Ifa is the voice of Olodumare. Ifa ni afini mọ̀nà ọmọ aráyé. Ifa is the GPS of life that shows you what direction to go, what to do, and what not to do. So you want to stay close to that. Ifa ni ẹlẹ́rìí ìpín. Ifa is the witness of your destiny. Ifa is the one that knows what your destiny is, what it should be, what it should not be, where you should go, where you should not go. So if there's anything you are supposed to hold on to in this life, it is Ifa. And we are grateful to our ancestors because Iyanifa Ewa has been able to break it down for you. Not just repeating or reciting the Odrifa, but explaining it to you in a way that you can appropriate it to your everyday life. Moshi elaboru, elaboye, elaboshisho. Antilande eku ojumo, eku akueto ini. Mr. Mike, thank you so much for that gift. Thank you for your constant support. Ajay will multiply you. Ajay will increase you. Where you least expect, Ajay will raise helpers for you. Eshe Goni. Mrs. O Forever, thank you so much for your support. Adupe Eshe. So let's delve into it. Odrifa Ogunda Irete. Can somebody give us the code for Odrifa Ogunda Irete? Yes, we have 256 Odrifas. Those are like the chapters. You know how you have different chapters in a book? Yes, you have different chapters in the words of Olodumare, broken down into 256. And each of them has a code. Me Boutique, thank you, or MJ Boutique, sorry. They all have a code. Okay, Mrs. O Forever has posted it. So Ogunda Irete is 1112 on one side and 1121. They are binary codes for us to be able to remember it. Eshegoni. Odrifa Ogunda Irete. I'm privileged again today to be reading from the manuscript of the sacred text of Ifa, as put together by Iyanifa Ewa on behalf of Ifa College. The sacred text of Ifa is not just another Odrifa book. There's so many of them out there. Wonderful. I've read them. I used them while I was building up in this journey. But what we have attempted to do is to extract the Yoruba text, the original Yoruba text, translate it into modern day English that the non-Yoruba speaking audience can understand. Then we have gone ahead to remove the instructions, the blessings, and the lessons in every Eseifa, yes. And then we went further to break it down. How do you apply each of these things to your everyday life, your finances, your health, your relationship, your career, your spiritual growth, your personal health, everything that has to do with you? How do you apply this? So that going ahead to apply it, do you know what it does? It improves the quality of your life. It makes life better. And what other thing do we all need? Everybody is seeking on how to improve the quality of their life, to know the directions to go to in their present time and age. So whatever time you are listening to this, we have extracted it in such a way that it's easy for you to apply it to your life. If you have not pre-ordered for the sacred text of Ifa, head over to our website, ifacollege.ng. 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 Click on the top right corner. You see those three lines, 1, 2, 3. Click on them. It will take you to the menu bar. Sacred Text of Ifa is the first option on your menu. Scroll down and pre-order for the form that you want it. It's going to be available on hard physical copy, in e-copy, and in audio copy. Yoruba and English for a start. Is that okay? Then other languages will come up as we expand. Eshe pupo. Odwifa Ogunda Irete. So I will be reading in Yoruba first. Non-Yoruba speaking audience, just hang in there. I will translate to English. Ifani apẹja kò mọ ibi tí òkun ti mú omi wá. Òfìdàn kò mọ ibi tí ìpìlẹ̀ ọ̀sà ti dé. Adífá fún ẹlẹ́gbára tí wọ́n ní kí wọ́n mú gbogbo nǹkan wá máa bá kí ó lè bá gbé ẹbọ wọn dé ọ̀run. Ọ̀rúnmìlà ní báwo ni ẹlẹ́gbára yóò ṣe fi hàn fún aráyé pé ẹbọ wọn máa dé ọ̀run? I like that part of Ifa. What is the evidence? Báwo la ṣe máa mọ̀ pé nǹkan tí ẹlẹ́gbára sọ fún wa ó máa ṣeé ṣe? Ẹlẹ́gbára dáhùn pé ẹni tí ẹbọ rẹ̀ bá dà tó darí ire wá tó darí ibi dànù á mọ̀ pé ẹbọ òun ti dé òde ọ̀run. Àwọn tí kò bá rúbọ rí, tí wọ́n bá kọ́kọ́ rúbọ, tó bá gbé ẹbọ wọn tán kí wọ́n máa wí pé ẹbọ mi ti dé òkun, ẹbọ mi ti dé ọ̀sà, ó máa dà. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹni tí ó bá ti rúbọ tẹ́lẹ̀, tí ẹbọ rẹ̀ sì ti dà tẹ́lẹ̀, kó máa wí pé ẹbọ mi ti dé ọ̀run. Wọ́n ní kí ẹlẹ́gbára rúbọ kí gbogbo ayé lè bá gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tó wí, kí gbogbo ayé lè bá gbà á tire. Ẹbọ ni wọ́n ní kó rú ọ̀pẹ, àkùkọ adìyẹ, òkété àti ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀tẹ̀lérìndínlógún owó, ó sì gbẹ́bọ níbẹ̀, ó rúbọ. Ẹ̀làbọ̀rú, ẹ̀làbọ̀yè, ẹ̀làbọ̀ ṣíṣe o. Nǹkan kan pàtó wà níbẹ̀ tá a gbọ́dọ̀ fojú di. Ọ̀rúnmìlà béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹlẹ́gbára pé báwo làwọn ọmọlé ayé ṣe máa gbà ẹ́ gbọ́ pé táwọn bá gbẹ́bọ wá fún ẹ á dọ̀run? Do you understand this? Someone says, your daddy and your mommy needs deliverance. Don't worry, Mr. Daniel David. Bring them to the shrine of Iyanifaiwa. Ẹlẹ́gbára will deliver them from whatever it is that is holding them bondage. Torí tó wáyé pé wọ́n kọ́ ẹ níbi tó o ti ṣẹ̀ wá ni, o ò ní bọ́ sórí live streaming ni kó o máa sọ̀rọ̀ bí ẹni tí ó kù díẹ̀ káàtó lọ́pọlọ ẹ̀. Àmọ́ that's why we are here, to help people like you out of the bondage that they have tied you to. Ṣé ti yé yín bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn? Let's translate it into English so that the English-speaking audience can understand. Anti-Golden Light, ẹ kú ọjọ́ mẹ́ta o, grand rising to you. The English translation says, the fisherman does not know where the sea receives his water, nor does the lagoon know the true source of his foundation. Ifa was cast for Elegbara, who was told that people should bring all things to him, so that their sacrifices might get to Orun, loosely translated as heaven. Orunmila asked, How would Elegbara show the people of the world that their sacrifices have reached heaven when they bring it to him? Elegbara replied, anyone whose sacrifice is accepted, he will know, because his sacrifice will take away negativity and bring in positivity. Those who have never offered sacrifice before, when they are done offering for the first time, they must say, my sacrifice has reached the seas and it has reached the lagoon and it will be accepted. But those who have offered sacrifice before, whose sacrifice are regularly accepted, they must say, my sacrifice has reached heaven and it has been accepted. Elegbara was told to offer sacrifice so that the people of the world will listen to him and obey him. The sacrifice was a palm tree, a climbing rope, a cock, a bush rat, and 6,600 cowries. He heard and he performed the sacrifice. Remember that yesterday, Ifa taught us something. What was that important part of our spiritual journey that Ifa taught us? There was something important. What did Ifa ask us not to joke around with if we want to make progress in our spiritual journey? What is that thing that Ifa asked that we should not joke with? What is it? Yesterday, there was something that Ifa pointed out to us. There are different things that contribute to this spiritual journey. There was something that Ifa pointed out to us. Yesterday, Ifa was talking about spiritual products, spiritual items, àwọn àkóso Ifá, the spiritual recipe that is attached to each ẹsẹ̀ Ifá, the items in it, what it represents, the importance and the significance of those items, the spiritual energy that they carry, and how you can appropriate it to your everyday life. Ẹ ṣé gan ni Mrs. O Forever, àkóso Ifá, òun ni Ifá sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí lánàá. Another vital part of your spiritual journey is Ebo, and that is what this SFI is explaining to us. What is Ebo? Who accepts it? What does it do? Why is it significant? Why should I trust it? Why should I believe in it? That is what this SFI was talking about. And this SFI was divine for Elegbara. That is another name for Eshu. Remember that Eshu ló ń gbá gbogbo ẹbọ, which is why we sing Eshu gbá lọ, ẹgbà gbá lọ o, ohun ẹ̀rí ẹ f'Eshu. Eshu gbá lọ, Eshu gbá lọ, ẹgbà gbá lọ o, ohun ẹ̀rí ẹ f'Eshu. Eshu gbá lọ. Let me take a minute to respond to this person, just in case there are other people that will be watching this live streaming in the future. Somebody has typed here, the same Mr. David Daniel. He said, your Ifa no get power. 4,000 years of Gregorian calendar existence, 10,067 years of Ifa calendar existence, and it has not faded. Even despite the fact that they tried to suppress it, to bury it, do you know why it never went into extinction? Do you know why Babalawos did not fold up their shrine? Do you know why Ifa did not fade away? Because some people kept on going back to patronize them. And you know why those people were patronizing them? Because it was working. So before you come out and say something doesn't have power, as a right-thinking adult that has functional brain cells and can dissect, if that is what you are, if you are not an adult that is a little bit mentally retarded and your brain cells can calculate, just ask yourself this same question. If this thing does not have power, it's supposed to have been extinct and we would have forgotten about it. Look at how many things have come into human life and have become extinct. We no longer need it. We no longer talk about it. Take, for instance, BlackBerry. There was a time that it was functional, but after a while, it went extinct. Nobody was buying it. Nobody needed it. If you open a shop today and you say, come and buy BlackBerry so that you can ping, you won't find anybody there, and the shop will close. That is how you describe something that doesn't have power and that doesn't have effect. But if something has stayed in existence for 10,067 years and it did not go extinct, is because it's functional, is because it's powerful, is because it is producing the results that it said. If babalawos were not doing anything over the last 100 years and nobody was going to their house and the people that were going to their place were not getting results, after a while nobody will patronize the babalawo again. If his son sees that nobody is coming to patronize his father's profession, will the son have gone to learn? No, he won't learn it, because what? Nobody is coming to him. But the son took over the profession of their father because they saw customers lining up outside, because they saw the things that their father was doing, producing results and effects in the life of people, and they also went into that profession. And that is why Ifa never went extinct. Do you understand? So before we put certain words to our name and our face, let's analyze it so that we don't come off as people that are not thinking. So that in your defense of your religion, I know you love your religion and you are being faithful to your religion by going from one Ifa priest live streaming to another to say it doesn't work, you people are this. You are spewing out what they taught you, but you didn't think about it. You didn't sit down to reason it. So as an adult, it is your responsibility to think, reason, use your brain cells. They are there to work. Analyze these things before you go ahead and echo what somebody is selling to you out of selfishness. They are using you to market a propaganda that you are not thinking about. What's the difference between you and the touts on the streets who politicians says, go and do this, they just go, they do it. Meanwhile, the children of the politician are sitting somewhere having good education. The pastor that is using you to promote all this, he is going behind you. He has his own priest. He has his own babalawo and Yanifa that is doing Ifa for him. He is using you to propagate nonsense because they know you will not think. So please, Mr. Daniel, David, from where I look at you, I perceive you to be an adult. Please use that word. Use it. Adult in your adult life. Learn how to adult it in a good way. And for every other person that will watch this live streaming that you have the opinion that Ifa doesn't work, I know that with these few points of mine, I have been able to convince you and not confuse you that Ifa is working. That's why we are here. I was a pastor in a well-established church for years. I left that and I came to Ifa. If Ifa is not working, I won't come here. Why will I leave something that is working and come to the one that is not working? I am a witness that Ifa is working. The people that woke up on this live streaming to be here, if Ifa is not working, they will use their data for something else. We are enough reason. The way Ifa is going and is expanding all over the world is enough reason for any right-thinking person to pause and say, Abba, all these people cannot be lying. All these people in 2026, when there is freedom to choose, all these people cannot be lying. You understand? So, stop disgracing your village people. Your name and your surname, you put it outside and you add ignorance to it. Kuda. So let's continue. This Odwifa for today is talking about Ebo, another very significant part of our journey in life. Yesterday we established how important spiritual products are and what I could say Ifa spiritual recipe. You understand? Now we are talking about Ebo. Elegbara, who is Eshu, is the one that Oludumare sent to this earth to be in charge of Ebo. Elegbara had to come and tell people that, I'm here, I'm the one that receives Ebo. Excuse me, if you give me Ebo, I will receive it and your Ebo will reach heaven. And when your Ebo reaches Orun, you will receive the goodness that comes from it. Orunmila said, let's think about this thing, which is exactly what I'm talking about now. What I just analyzed now, that is what Ifa is. Orunmila said, you know the way our people are raised. Our people are not just raised to accept things without thinking, without rationalizing it, without analyzing it and making sense of it. These people will ask you, Elegbara, how will we know that what you are telling us is true? Those are people that are exercising their brain cells. That is what Ifa followers are. We ask questions. Ibi tí ò bá ti yé wa, we ask questions. We are not of them that say, you will understand it. You cannot understand the things of God with human mind. If the things of God cannot be understood with human mind, why are you telling me? My mind is human mind. So when you tell me, what do you want me to do with it? It's like saying, oh, this book cannot be understood by people that are not francophone. Auntie, I'm not francophone. Why are you giving me the book? You are telling me to read a book that is for francophone people. You are telling me to digest it and act on it. Yet you are still telling me in the same sentence that I cannot understand it. The book is useless. So the way they hide behind, you cannot analyze the things of God with human mind. Lágbájá ní tí conversation bá ti ní hitherto paraventure, that is, irọ́ ni. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fòyìnbó lẹ́ẹ̀ka sọ̀rọ̀ síbi tọ́rọ̀ wà. The moment somebody starts to tell you, you cannot understand it with, you cannot analyze the things of God that way. Irọ́ ni. If there are certain things that we cannot analyze in certain ways, take it away from me. Give me the one that I can analyze and understand. And that is what Ifa represents. So Orunmila was asking Eshu, how will these people accept you and understand what you are saying and take your word for it? Eshu replied and said, when you give your ebo and it takes away negativity and brings in positivity, you know that it has been accepted. That is your physical proof. Eshu did not say, oh, let them have faith. Olodumare sent me to them. Let them have faith. Let them believe. Let them look into the mirror every day and gaslight themselves into believing that I am the one that Olodumare sent. That's not rational. That's not human. She was talking to human people. Human people want to see results. Human people come to you because they need results. And they want to know why they are receiving results per time and why they are not receiving it. That's you and I. But religion, because religion doesn't have any formula to back up every request you make, they hold on to the ones that just happen per chance. It just happens. And they now hold on to it as, you see this one that has happened, as long as there is this one thing that has happened. If it doesn't happen for you, you are the one that is at fault. If it doesn't happen for you, you are the one that should go and pray harder, have more faith, give more, change your routine, fast and pray, go to the mountain. As much as all of those things are good, you have not answered my question. But in Ifa comes with receipts and evidence and proof, and which is why I chose to answer the question of that person. Ẹni yẹn ti dákẹ́, ó ti lọ báyìí. Ṣé you see? Wọ́n ti dákẹ́, wọ́n ti lọ. Wọ́n ti gbọ́rọ̀ tó fẹ́ gbọ́, wọ́n ti lọ. But at the end of the day, Ifa is wisdom, Ifa is knowledge, Ifa is understanding. Just calm yourself down and receive that wisdom. When you receive it, go back home, analyze and compare with the things that they've taught you. Let your brain process it and ask, this thing that they taught me before, should they make sense? This is the one Ifa is saying. Put it side by side and see if it is making sense. So Elegbara told us, he said, when we experience that, we know that our Ebo has gotten to heaven. And for everybody that was experiencing it, that was another proof that it was happening. Another proof that Ebo was being accepted. For every next person that comes back to Shenu Rere Nyawo, Awo Ifa, Ifa Nyele Dumari Lorun, they will come back to say, this Ebo has been accepted. And that is how we gradually built what we have today as a compilation of the Udrifa. Which is why the next time a new person comes, Ifa says, this is what you should say when you are giving your Ebo. My Ebo has gone to Okun, it has gone to Osa. And the moment you also receive evidence and receipt, you too will come back and tell the Babalawo that, Ebo ti fi, Ebo ti da, Ebo ti do di orun. And that is how we kept this for over 10,000 years. That's our evidence. Eshu Elegbara is still in the business of receiving ebo, to give to àwọn ajogun, to take away negativity out of your life, to give to the other orishas, to bring blessings and goodness into your life. The question is, will you do your ebo? That's the difference between us and religion. Religion says God will bless who he wants to bless. He will show mercy on who he chooses to show mercy. Ifa says mercy will come to the person that does the ebo the way he's supposed. You do your ebo. Eshu does not have a choice. He will gbani. Eshu ma gba, egba ma gbani. Adegbe lọ fáwọn ajogun. Adari ire wá sọ́dọ̀ wa. Adari ibi. That is it. It is not a he will choose who he wants to do it for. So if he doesn't choose you, if God does not choose to have mercy on you, what are you going to do? Because God, who is there? Who is downstairs there? Who is downstairs? There's somebody downstairs. Eh? Where is David? Where is he? You know that is the sound that I'm hearing that is disturbing me here. You are supposed to fix it. Please, thank you. So Eshu is still here in the business of accepting our ebo. It is left to you to give it. And like I told you, in Ifa, there is no such thing as see if this ebo will be accepted. There is no such thing like that in Ifa. At the time that you are giving your ebo, right there and then, Ifa will tell you, you will know whether your ebo has been accepted, whether your etutu has been done, right there and then. We will take the obi and divine and ask, Shebo itikpe. If Ifa says no, you will find out. Imbolokusi, Prince Kush, you are just joining. Thank you so much for joining. And Ifa will tell you that everything has completely been accepted before you go on. Now let's delve another part that is worthy of note. Elegbara, which is Eshu, was asked to come and do this. I don't need that noise. Come upstairs here. Elegbara was asked to come to this world to come and do something. For the people of the world to believe Elegbara, do you know what Eshu had to do? For us to believe Eshu like this, the way we take all our ebo to Eshu and we trust that Eshu is going to handle it, do you know what Eshu had to do? Do you know what Eshu had to do? Please, for those of you that listened earlier, what did Eshu have to do before Eshu could be the Orisha that he is today, that we believe and we take ebo to? What did Eshu have to do? According to the Eseifa, Eshu was also asked to do something. What was Eshu asked to do? Oh yeah, Eyomawo àti Sonia Roy. Kí ni wọ́n ní kí Eshu ṣe so that the people of the world will listen to him and obey him? What did Eshu have to do? Eshu also had to do something. Eshu also had a responsibility that they had to fulfill before we could believe Eshu like this. Eshu also had to give ebo. Elegbara was told to offer sacrifice so that the people of the world will listen to him and obey him. You see the hierarchy of what it is. Even before Eshu could become who he is today, Eshu also had to give ebo. That is the normal routine. Orunmila gave ebo, the other orishas gave ebo. Eshu himself had to give ebo to Orun, that this is my own ebo, so that my journey and my instruction and my path in life will be fulfilled. Eshu had to do it. So tí Eshu tó bá fẹ́ gba ebo wa tó wọ́n fúnra rẹ̀ gan bá nídìí láti rúbọ, ambele tàsí èmi àti yín. If Orunmila that brought Ifa had to also follow the instructions of the Ifa and make ebo and etutu and obey the instructions and follow the teachings and the lessons, how much more you and I? These things are in order. Follow the order. Everybody that has existed has followed the order. Somebody on YouTube says Jesus loves you. That's good to know. Tell Jesus that we love him too. We love everybody. And let me also tell you, Orunmila loves you too. Ifa loves you too. Olodumare loves you too. Àwọn Igba Irúnmọlẹ̀, they love you too. And we are glad that that love has brought you on this live streaming. Because if you do not love your ancestors, you will scroll past this live streaming. Wọ́n ní ká dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹni tó rí wa tó mọ́jú. Àwọn kan ní ò tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pa kọjá. So we are grateful to those of you that have acknowledged our live streaming and you have come to join us. We love you. Orunmila loves you, and we are waiting for you to come home. Jesus love them, but atokere ni o. Your ancestors are closer to you. Ifa is closer to you. Is that okay? So come and experience the love of Ifa like we have. Ifa loves you more than Jesus loves you. That's much I can say. Mr. Mike, let's go into the lessons of this Odrifa Abi. Wọ́n ti ní kọ́ wá ṣe evangelism fún wa láàárọ̀ ẹ̀ jẹ́ káwa náà ṣe evangelism tiwa padà. Wọ́n ti gba aago láàárọ̀ ẹ̀ pé ẹ yí padà, ẹ jẹ́ káwa náà gba aago pé ẹ máa bọ̀, àwa ò ní kẹ́ yí padà, ẹ máa bọ̀. Don't turn back. Christians will carry umbrella and say, turn your ways to God. We are saying just come home. Come home to the love that has been prepared for you. Your ancestors are calling you to come home. Come home to the love of Ifa. Come home to Olodumare. It's never too late. Accept Eshu today as your Lord and personal Savior so that it will not be too late tomorrow. Accept Ifa today as the way, the truth, and the life so that it will not be too late tomorrow. Accept Olodumare as the only true and divine being so that it will not be too late tomorrow. Tomorrow might be too late for you. So accept Ifa today. Is that okay? Ifa has joy to give. You need somebody to fight your battles for you. Ogun is there. You need somebody to send down fire. Don't worry. Elijah's fire is still far away in Israel. Shango's fire is right here in front of us. Is that okay? So just come home. We will welcome you home. We have a lot of food here. Sure, you know in church they will give you biscuit and drink. First timer. We have meat. Ojoojúmọ́ là ń pe ewúrẹ́ là ń gbàgùntàn. Ojoojúmọ́ là ń ṣe là ń gbé ọ̀sẹ̀. So oúnjẹ wà níbí. We are welcoming you home. Eshu. Somebody said, what is Eshu? Eshu is an Orisha. Eshu is a divine and a divine extension of Olodumare in the form of a human person. You will be able to understand every Orisha by what they do, but general name Orisha, loosely defined as deities, divine deities, ancestral deities. Is it not devil? Eshu is not devil. Where do you see devil here? What's devil? Maybe we should start by asking what's devil. Eshu is not devil. Devil is Satan. Satan is Satan. If you want to define Satan in Yoruba, you can say Satani or Satani. That's the name. Eshu is Eshu. Eshu does not have English name. Eshu is Eshu. Is that okay? Eshu is an Orisha. The Orisha that stands in the middle ground between us and spirituality. The bridge that bridges the gap between us and the other spirit being. In the concept of Ifa and Isheshe, there is nothing called devil. We don't understand what devil is. We don't have it here. Is that okay? There is nothing called devil in Yoruba cosmology, in the knowledge of Ifa and Isheshe. Is that okay? Someone says thank you for, oh, okay, all right. So, Elegbara, who is Eshu, also had to offer Ebo before he could be this person that he is. Is Eshu the same thing as Legba? Yes, that is, how would I put it? So there are different words, there are different nomenclature based on the way African spirituality is adapted. So I think it is the Santeria or the Lukumi that has adapted Eshu, the energy of Eshu, under the nomenclature of Legba. Slight difference, but it comes from the same source. You know, as our ancestors traveled from this side to the other side, there were a lot of twists and changes here and there, which is understandable because the knowledge was passed down orally. But from the source of where they come from, it's the same energy. So Eshu náà rúbọ. Now let's go to the lessons and the blessings of this Odù-Ifá. Let's go to the lessons and the blessings of Odù-Ifá. For that person that is asking if Eshu is Satan, please go to my YouTube page. Go to my YouTube page, Iyanifa Ewa TV on YouTube. I have a whole video titled Eshu is not Satan. Eshu is not Satan, and you will find a lot of those campaigns outside. Just a couple of barely 2 weeks ago, on the 24th of December, we still celebrated another global day of Eshu is not Satan. So you will find a lot of content out there. But on my YouTube channel, Iyanifa Ewa TV, you will find a whole video that is titled Eshu is not Satan. You can watch it. Now, the first lesson that Ifa is bringing out from here to us is two basic things that our Ebo does. Ebo directs blessings to us and it takes away negativity. So in Ifa, when we say Ebo ti fin, Ebo ti da, da yen ó mean pé Ebo dari ire wá, ó dari ibi lọ. When we say Ebo has been accepted, it has fulfilled its purpose. What we mean is that Ebo has brought in blessing and has taken away negativity. That is what it means. So the two significant things that your Ebo does, when people say, is it every time that we make an Ifa divination that Ebo has to come out? Every time you have come to ask a question on that situation, something has to bring in blessings for you and has to take away negativity from you. Is that okay? And that is what your Ebo does, simply put, in summary. It says here, not all spiritual processes are visible, but results will confirm acceptance. I've explained that to us before, and I will say it again. Every one of us are coming from different places in life. Some people will need to give, let's literally say, some people will have to give 10 Ebo before they get to certain visible results. Some people, 1 Ebo, they will get to visible result. Now, let me use this for instance. Let me use my Okpele for instance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Imagine that 2 people, one person is climbing here, another person is climbing the other side. So one person is on this last point, another person is on this point, and both of them are trying to get here. They are trying to go past this. Somebody is on this point, another person is here. This person is going to be required to take 1, 2, 3, 4 steps before they get here. Right. This other person that is here is required to take just 1 step and they will get here. And both of them want to get here. Both of them want to get to this place at the end of the day. Some of you are here on the ladder of your life when you come to meet Ifa. Some of you are here. Some of you are here, some of you are here. Different ones of you, different steps. So this person needs how many Ebo? 1, 2, 3, 4 to be able to get here. The person that is here needs just 1 Ebo. The one that is here needs 1, 2, 3 Ebo. The one that is here needs 2 Ebo before they get here. But getting here is the visible result. So when you give 1 Ebo and you move here, despite the fact that you are not here yet, does not mean your Ebo has not moved you. That result is not visible because you are neck deep into your challenge. And a lot of you, some of you, where you stand, you have to take care of the problems of your ancestors to fix what your ancestors chose to do wrongly before you can come out of it. Imagine a family lineage that is suffering because of certain choices that their ancestors made. Imagine that your great-great-grandfather had forcefully taken a land from someone, and in the process of taking that land, he unalived about 50 people in that community, buried them on the land, and took it over, and the rest of his children kept on expanding, making progress on that land. And then the spirit of those people that they unalive decides to come and ask, and you happen to be from that lineage. And you are wondering why every time you own a property, every time you invest in something, it just goes down. That's not your fault. But before you get out of it, you have to fix. For every person that was unalive, you as a representation of that family that is choosing for success, you are choosing to get your family out of that situation. There are certain things you have to do. There are certain things that you have to do, and those things is coming from a place of so many things. You are fixing so many things. But some of us came from a lineage where, or some of you came from a lineage where your grandfather, your great-grandfather, your great-great-grandfather, your mother, your uncles, your aunties have been paying attention to spiritual things. They don't joke with it. They don't take what doesn't belong to them. If they accidentally do something, that is not aligning with what they are supposed to do, they take accountability of it and fix it immediately. They were already setting the pace for success for you. And then you come. You are in this life. Are you going to experience challenges? Yes. But the challenges you experience, kekereni, you come to a babalawo or Yanifa, I do a divination for you. One ebo, one product, boom, everywhere done solved. Everything is looking awesome. Meanwhile, your friend that brought you, this is her own 7th ebo that she's doing. Your friend is fixing things that has gone generations ago. Because if you don't fix the foundation, there is no magic you want to do to the building that is on top of it. If you don't clean the plates, no matter how expensive and wonderful that food you are placing on it, it will be contaminated. Somebody wants to eat from dirty plates, that you need iron sponge to wash it and wash and wash. Another person was giving sparkling clean plates. That person just takes the food and eats. While he's eating, the other person is still scrubbing with iron sponge, still scrubbing. We are at different points in our life. So certain times the result might not be visible, but the moment Ifa says eboti fin eboti da, just know that your ebo is doing something, and you yourself will know, because Ifa will tell you where you are coming from. Ifa will tell you the depth of what is happening with you. I gave an example yesterday about a client that wanted to make a divination for her brother. If I was able to tell us the depth of how heavy that thing is, it's not just something you come to say, oh, let me just help them. You have to go and prepare. And the person that is helping and the babalawos and everybody involved, this one is not coming from a place of being very, it's not something that you can take very lightly. But is it fixable? Yes. But we need to sit down and explain to ourselves. So I told the client, I said, we can do this, but I need you to go and prepare good money. I need you to also be spiritually protected before you say you want to stand in for your brother on this journey. Because it is a lot. But every other person's situation will not be treated that way. Every other person's situation will not be treated that way. So Ifa is telling us here that not all spiritual processes are visible, but result confirms acceptance. What's that sounding? What's sounding? What sound is that? Sorry? Ifa says sacrifice has levels. Consistency elevates your spiritual authority. If you go back to read this, let me read this comment on YouTube. Golden Light says, that is why we shouldn't compare ourselves with no one, as we are at different points at different stages. Exactly what I always say. Don't compare yourself with anybody. Which is why I am against this whole idea of the theme for the year for everybody. It does not make sense. We are at different points in our life, fighting different battles, enjoying different benefits. Some people are here enjoying everything that their father, their mothers, grandparents have done in life. They are just enjoying it. They came to this life to enjoy it, physically, spiritually, financially. Because some people are sitting down somewhere, some grandmothers are sitting down somewhere saying, my children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, my entire lineage will succeed in this life, they are the ones that is making the sacrifice. Their children are just enjoying, whether they know it or not. But some people, you are the first person in your own lineage that is fixing the problem. So how can one pastor now come and say 2026 is the year of breakthrough? Some people cannot break through in 2026. They are still laying foundation. They are still cleaning it. They are still trying to understand how far their ancestors have messed up. And they are determined to be the one to fix it. So 2026 is not their year of breakthrough. It's not their year of fulfillment. Shebi is somebody that has started building and doing that is going to be fulfilled. We are at different points, and that's okay. It's not a good thing or a bad thing. It just means the best time you should have done this thing was yesterday. The next best time is right now, and you are already doing it. That is progress. Now, let's go back to the other one. Ifa says sacrifice have levels. Consistency elevates spiritual authority. Let's go back to the part of the Odu that is. Let me read it in Yoruba. He says, àwọn tí kò tíì rúbọ rí. There is a difference between àwọn tí kò tíì rúbọ rí and ẹni tí ó ti ń rúbọ tẹ́lẹ̀. In English, he says, anyone who it says those who have never sacrificed before. That's a different category. And those who have been offering sacrifice before. These things that we are doing has levels. People that have been doing it before, it counts for something. They are on a different level as far as issue is concerned. Issue deals with them differently. Yes. You are just starting your journey. You are welcome. You will get to that place. Some people, even if they forget to do ebo and etitude, the ones that they have been doing regularly, they count for them. Only Yorùbá ṣe máa ń sọ pé nǹkan tí ò dáa, ó ń fẹ́ wòrè, ó ń fẹ́ bọ, ó ń fẹ́ tutù. Ìtókù díẹ̀ káàtó náà, ó ń fẹ́ bọ, ó ń fẹ́ tutù. Nǹkan tó dáa, the things that is going well, it requires ebo and iwure. The one that is not going well also requires ebo and iwure. Mr. Dayo P1 says the newcomers to sacrifice are those who give sacrifice regularly. Do it now. Do it now, because a time will come. The one that you are doing consistently now is the one that will work for you. Òun ni Yorùbá ṣe máa ń sọ pé nǹkan tẹ́yẹ bá jẹ lẹ́yẹ ń gbé fò. When the bread is flying in the sky, it doesn't have anything to eat at that time. There is no seed for it to eat in the air. What it has eaten when it was on the ground is what is flying with. There are certain times when you might not be able to make ebo and etutu for whatever reason. Do it now. She says there's a difference between people that are just coming in and people that has been there. So the lesson from that part says sacrifice has levels. Consistency is what elevates spiritual authority. When I tell you, Mommy, I would like to talk to you privately. Okay, look at the comments that is before your comment. Jane Juma posted it. Iyanifa Ewa. You see that number that is written there, just copy it. That number that is written there, they've posted it several times. I don't know what's wrong with the network. I can't pin anything this morning. So just copy that particular number that has Chief Iyanifa Ewa in front of it. Jane Juma Enterprise is the one that posted it. Mrs. O Forever too has posted it. It's the same number. Just copy it. And for those of you that copy number for my live streaming, then come to my DM and say, how do I know you are not a scam? You are looking at me like this in real time. That's why it's called live streaming. In real time. It's not recorded. And I am giving you the number in real time. Please don't come to my DM and be questioning me again about how do I know that. If you copy the number on my live streaming, it's my number. And once you click on that number, it's a verified WhatsApp number. WhatsApp has verified that number, meaning that it is genuine. Is that not why I have verification tick? That WhatsApp number, Mrs. O Forever just posted it now. It's a verified number. So the moment you have seen that, please just go ahead and chat. And if you are still not convinced, auntie, uncle, take your time. I'm not going to say anything to convince you. Someone was asking me yesterday, at least show me your face, let me have a video call. You are not going to have a video call with me because what? You are seeing me here like this. You are chatting with a verified number. You copy the number on my live streaming. That is enough proof. If you are still in doubt, it's okay, it's understandable, take your time. Something will convince you one day, but it's not me going on an unplanned, unbooked for, unsolicited video call with you to prove anything. I understand what's going on in our society these days, but all of these other things you have received is enough proof for you that you are speaking to Iyanifa Ewa. So copy the number that is there. Ifa says divine messengers must be honored for Ebo to be delivered. Divine messengers must be honored. There are so many people that come together to make your Ebo a success. Honor them. Issue, the most important, honor issue. The orishas that you are giving the Ebo to, honor them. Your Babalawo and your Iyanifa that is making the Ebo for you, honor them. Your Oluwo, your Iyanifa, every spiritual authority that has come together to make that Ebo a success, honor them. I have said this thing before, I will say it again. Some of you are of the opinion that I paid for this thing. I can't go to Walmart and pay for something and buy and then go back there and say thank you for selling it to me, or thank you that the TV I bought works. Nobody does that. Yes. The difference is that you did not buy this. You did not buy the services of the Babalawo or the Iyanifa. You did not buy the services of Eshu. What you bought is the materials of your Ebo. Your Ebo, the materials of your Ebo. You did not buy anything for Babalawo, for Iyanifa. You did not buy anything for Eshu. You brought the recipe of your Ebo. Your own Ebo is your problem that you carried here that required that. And the moment you give it and is accepted, that is why Esaifa follows with Be Lowan Shenu Rere Nyawo Lawo Nyifa Ifa Nyeledumare. In Yoruba, when we say one yinyan, it's not thank you. Thank you is too baseline. Thank you is too shallow to describe what yin means. You are honoring the person, you are exalting the person, you are praising the person. Somebody says, and the service charge. What service charge? Thank you very much, Mr. P1 Isuma. What service charge do you want to give to somebody that is standing in the gap for your ancestral problem? I'm just wondering. There is no service charge you can pay a Babalawo. I've said it before, I will say it again. There is no money you can pay a Babalawo to say, oh, I've paid you for what you have. You cannot. You cannot value it monetarily. Those people put in at least 15 years of training, of working and of training, of risking their life and their family every day to show up for you. There is no amount of money you can pay for that. I've had to tell some of my clients, I say, you too, pick out somebody in your family. Pick somebody from your family to learn this thing and let them be doing it for you. And then you people will see what it is, how it feels like. There is no amount of money that is worth it. These people are standing as the shield for you. We are standing as the bulletproof for you. We are going to face the person that is holding you down to say, move away from here. Move away from there. I am standing. I want to fix this person's problem. You think the person that is holding you hostage will say, oh, I've seen Iyanifa, her face is fine, I like her cap. Oh yeah, let Mr. Joshua go, let Mr. Omotoshogo because Yanifa's face is fine. No, they will not give you up without a fight. That fight that we are fighting for you spiritually, Elolefe Sonfunjare, for the days when we have to leave our family for weeks, sometimes for months, just to make sure that we are spiritually fortified to be able to fight a battle for you. I gave you an example yesterday. The person in that situation is on this live streaming. She told me, she said her brother has been in a situation, the firstborn of the family, they don't like it, blah, 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 and their mother doesn't even seem to be doing anything about it. She sent the name. While we were doing divination, Ifani Ikonlandao, we saw the backlash that came from the powers and the people that is holding that person down. And the mother of that man, ìyá tó da ẹ̀jẹ̀ lé lórí, ó mọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí ìyá bá dẹ̀ ti mọ̀ sí, who are you to come and stand in front of the mother of the person and say you want to fight her? You are going to come from a place of 200,000% authority to be able to challenge a mother tó da ẹ̀jẹ̀ lé ọmọ lórí pé I want to take this child away from you. Because in the hierarchy of spirituality, that woman has the highest authority over that child. I was not home at the time that the divination was being done. The Babala was on my team, called immediately to say, Yanifa, wherever it is you are, do cleansing for yourself. Take I had to forward that voice note to my client. Because àwọn tó wà nídìí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹni yìí wọn ò mú ní kékeré rárá, àwọn ayé wọ́n jókòó lé ní. How much do you pay for consultation? Almost 8 people on my team had to go and use Eyonu that day. We woke up the next day, had to do Ebo and Etutu for ourselves. I did for everybody in my family, including my children and my husband, just because of one client. It's just divination. Ifani Ikonlanda. Wọ́n dìde, wọ́n béèrè lọ́wọ́ wa pé kí ló kàn ẹ́ nínú ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí. And I had to tell the client, I said, there is no situation that doesn't have a solution. But you see, lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí, ẹ jẹ́ ká fi Babaláwo àti Yanifa sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kan. Àwọn ìyá mi are the only ones that can deal with it. Ó dẹ̀ máa ná yín ní owó because everybody on the team has to be extra fortified before we can carry out this situation. So, I even told the lady herself, take your cleansing soap, cleanse yourself, make Ebo and Etutu for yourself and your children. Ká má gbẹ́rù tiwa sílẹ̀, ká má fa ẹrù tiwa sọ́wọ́, ká gbé ti ẹni ẹlẹ́ni lórí. Am I going to come back to the client and say, oh yeah, give me money to pay for all the Ebo of every other person? That is the risk that we put ourselves in on this work, on this journey. So I've told her, if you want to go ahead, àwọn ìyá mi la máa lọ jókòó, la máa lọ bá, la máa lọ bẹ̀. Àwọn ló láyé, ibi tọ́rọ̀ yẹn ti wá nìyẹn, àwọn nìkan náà ló lè tú. That is where that issue is coming from, and they are the only ones. But go and prepare spiritually and financially first, because it's a battle. We cannot fight that type of battle halfway and say we are not doing. Odò ní a lè tẹsẹ̀ kan bọ̀, ká ní òtútù mú wa. So there is nothing you can compare. Some people on spiritual journey, they have lost their marriages, lost their children, lost their own lives. So the least you can do, like the Odrifa says, the least you can do, the divine messengers have to be honored. Honor them. For every day they wake up and they choose to answer this call, there are 1,000,001 other things they can be doing with their life. That's why you find a lot of people saying they struggled for years before they answered spiritual calling. It's not easy. Nobody is struggling for years before they say, let me become a millionaire. Struggled for years to become a doctor. No, you are only struggling because you are writing an exam, but you are not struggling to decide that you want to become a doctor. But spiritual work, I've seen a lot of people start and say, I'm not doing it again. So if you find somebody that has been consistent with it, and the Orishas and Irumoles have been consistently backing up their words and their actions and their deeds with results, honor them. To find people like that It's not a day's job. Honor them, particularly the women among them, those of them that are connected to Amoyami. You will not understand. A lot of you will not understand the energy that I bring into this work that I do, that is different from what a regular Babalawo will do with Ifa. Those of you that have been working with me, you must have noticed at the moment when I went to have the initiation into Amoya, a lot of you will have noticed the shift. There are so many things I will not tell you. I will look at the situation. Once I look at the old river that comes out, I will not stress you. We will just carry your matter to the mothers that are in charge of it. And I will say, ẹ̀yin ìyá, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ láyé, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ nílé, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀kì lójú tìyàn, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ti kọjá káàkan rúbọ ọwọ́ yín ló wà báyìí, ẹ̀ẹ́dì dójú tì mí. And you will get results. You don't know the length that people have had to go. So Ejo, let's, according to this old refer, let's make sure that we honor the spiritual authorities, the divine messengers on the journey of our Ebo. If I say spiritual maturity will determine how your blessings manifest. Spiritual maturity will determine how your blessings will manifest. Spiritual maturity will determine how your blessings will manifest. Let me read a comment from YouTube. Auntie Golden Light said, okay, I think somebody has dropped a comment before that. Dr. Yomi says, apart from training, but the very high risk involved in carrying out Ebo and Etutu for any clients, yes. Auntie Golden Light says, I think it's very important people know the things Babalawos and Iyanifas also go through to help people solve their problems. Thanks for sharing. I'm humbled. We need to know. And on top of this, we still have regular human lives. We are still trying to figure out our own life. A lot of you don't know that. We still have our own challenges with life. Babalawos are still struggling with certain one of them are struggling with health challenges. Certain one of them have special needs children that they are still struggling with. Certain one of them are still struggling with marriage. Not even certain ones. A lot of them are struggling. You see the aspect of marriage. A lot of them are. Certain ones of them are still struggling financially. Somebody posted something yesterday. He said, the son of your Babalawo is driving Okada. Think about it very well before you go. And I put it back to the person. Your gynecologist is still trying to conceive. Think about it before you go to the hospital. Your mechanic does not have a Benz. Think about it before you give him his Benz. Your tailor has never worn lace that is 120k per yard. Think about it before she sews the clothes. Does that make sense? A Babalawo is a professional. It is a profession. He's a profession. He was trained in that profession. He has the skills for that profession and he's doing it. He's good at what he's doing. He knows the recipe. He knows the way it is. A sick doctor can treat you. A sick doctor can treat you. A doctor can have stage 1, stage 2 cancer and still be performing surgery to remove malignant cells out of another person. He's not going to disturb his results. So Babalawos and Yanifas, they still have their own. They are struggling with life as human beings as you are. As you are applying spiritual products, we are all using it. As you are making Iwure for you, that your children will succeed in your lifetime, I'm also doing it for myself to make sure my children succeed. The way you sit down and have to parent and give your children home training, I have to do it for my children too. So that we are still going through life on top of carrying another person's issue. We still have our own that we are carrying. And we are juggling everything. Please, let me just spend some time to shape Afamu Babalawo Yanifa. Gbogbo Babalawo, Gbogbo Yanifa, Gbogbo Baba lóríṣà, Gbogbo Ìyá lóríṣà, Gbogbo àwọn àpẹtẹ̀bí, Gbogbo àwọn eléwé ọmọ, Gbogbo àwọn olúwo, Gbogbo àwọn àpènà, Gbogbo àwọn ìyá àbíyè, Gbogbo àwọn oníṣègùn, gbogbo àwọn tó jókòó tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ń mọlẹ̀ lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáláyé, àṣèbáyín, àní kíbà ó ṣe ọ. láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àní fọmọ ṣiṣẹ́, àní fàyà ṣiṣẹ́, àní farawa ṣiṣẹ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Elédùmarè ò ní fìkan gbà kan lọ́wọ́ wa, ọmọ aráyé ò ní kọ̀dí àìmọ̀ ṣe sí wa. Bó jẹ́ yẹ̀pẹ̀ ládì fún wọn ni a máa jẹ́, bójú omi ládì fún wọn ni a máa jẹ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo àdáwọ́lé wa lórí àwọn oníbàárà wa ire ló máa yọ sí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Iṣẹ́ tí Elédùmarè ti yọ́nú sí, iṣẹ́ táwọn ọ̀yà mi ti yọ́nú sí, iṣẹ́ táwọn òrìṣà ti parí, òun ló máa gbé wá sọ́dọ̀ wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Bá a ṣe ń lù á máa dún fún wa, bá a ṣe ń já egbò á máa jẹ́, bá a ṣe ń já ewé á máa jẹ́, kò ní gbòdì lára wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Èèyàn ẹlẹ́ran ara ni gbogbo wa o, irọ́ là ń pa, Elédùmarè ló ń sọ́dọ̀ tán. Elédùmarè á máa fàṣẹ sí gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń ṣe láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àní ṣìṣe o, àní ṣìwé o. Iṣẹ́ tó máa fún wa ní wàhálà, tó máa mú dààmú wá, Elédùmarè ò ní jẹ́ kó gbé wá sọ́dọ̀ wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwọn tó láyé, àwọn tó nílẹ̀, wọ́n á dúró tì wá, wọ́n á sọ agbára wa dọ̀tun, wọ́n á bá wa ṣe tiwa láṣẹ pé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo ṣe ogbó atọ́, ogbó ẹ̀dán, ogbó alàwòrán ló tún fẹ́ fún gbogbo ọmọlé Ajíbọ́lá, gbogbo ọmọlé ńlá. Mo ṣe ogbó atọ́ àsúre ìwòrìwò fún gbogbo babaláwo lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáláyé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àní ṣe awo ṣe o. Ó ti gbé àwọn ará wájú, Ifá gbé èmi àti yín. Iṣẹ́ tá à ń ṣe yìí, iṣẹ́ ayé ni, iṣẹ́ àgbà ni. Ọmọ aráyé ò ní kọ̀dí àìmọ̀ṣe sí wa. Àní ṣìṣe, àní ṣìwí. Ire, ọlá, ọlà tó wà níbẹ̀, òun ló máa jẹ́ tiwa tọmọtọmọ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Mo fẹ́ ṣe ìwúre fún gbogbo àwọn tó lọ́kọ tó láya tó jẹ́ babaláwo. Those of you that are married to babaláwo, ẹ̀yin ìyá àpẹ̀tẹ̀bí. Those of you that are married to Iyanifa, there is no title for that. Those of you that are married to oníṣègùn, that are married to àwọn eléwé ọmọ, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding that you need to follow them in that journey, because we understand that it's not easy. Àwọn tó láyé, àwọn tó nílẹ̀, wọ́n á fi ṣèrọ̀rùn fún yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. As your husband and your wife is sitting down doing for other people, Ìgbárùnmọlẹ̀ will raise people to answer your own call láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwọn èèyàn jankan-jankan, lẹ́ẹ̀kan lórúkọ lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáláyé, àwọn ló máa lànà rekùn yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. People will look at you and say your life is taking a new meaning by virtue of the fact that you have chosen to support that person on their journey. Because I know it's not easy. To be married to a babalawo, to Iyanifa, is not easy. But láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, Ajé á fi ṣe nírọ̀rùn fún wa. Àwọn ọ̀rúnmọlẹ̀ wọ́n á fi ṣe nírọ̀rùn fún wa. Elédùmarè ọba òkè wọ́n á fi ṣe nírọ̀rùn fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àṣẹ. That was me also acknowledging the people that have stood in for me as babalawos, àwọn olúwo mi, àwọn ọ̀yá àbíyè, àwọn olórí àbíyè lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáláyé tí wọ́n ti dúró tì mí, tọ́rọ̀ gbà yí mi ká. All the elders that has come together to make Ifá College what it is. Mo ṣe bá yín o, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, a máa rí yín bá. Ifá says acceptance of sacrifice brings clarity, confirmation, and peace. Acceptance of our sacrifice brings us clarity. As each of our sacrifices is being accepted step by step, back to back, it brings us clarity, it brings us confirmation, and it brings us peace. Now let's move over to how to apply this to our everyday lives. How do we apply? Please come and pick this up for me. How do we apply this Eseifa to modern day life? The different aspects of our life. How can this Eseifa be useful to us? This and this. How can this Eseifa be useful to our everyday lives? Somebody was asking for the number. Jane Juma just posted the number right now. I can't pin it, but the comment says the Yanifa, Chief Yanifa Ewa, and that number that is written there. So just copy the number that Jane Juma just posted. Copy that number and send the message. It's a verified WhatsApp. So once you send the message, you see that the number is verified. It has the name of Ifá College and the Yanifa, and it also has the picture. Right. So how do we apply this to our everyday lives? Spiritual life. In our spiritual life, Ifá says consistency in spiritual discipline brings credibility and divine confirmation. Consistency in spiritual discipline, consistency in your able, it brings credibility and divine confirmation. You see, one of the reasons Ifa does not have evangelism, one of the reasons we were not told to go into all the world and preach to anybody, one of the reasons you don't see us carrying bell and saying, hey, everybody come and accept Ifa, go back to your house, go and meet the Orisha in your father's house, if not you will go to hell. One of the reasons we don't have that is because Ifa is a personal journey. Olodumare wants us to experience divinity in Ifa by ourselves, to the point that it doesn't matter what anybody tells you. You know it. You know that you know that you know by yourself. You are a living proof that this thing works. It's a personal thing. And how do you get to that point? Consistency in spiritual discipline. It builds credibility. You can trust Ifa not because Iyanifa was said so, not because your friend said so, but because you have experienced it and it has become a constant everyday life experience. People send me messages, Iyanifa, I bless the day that I met you. I'm so glad the day I stumbled on your page. I cannot go to sleep at night without watching a video on your YouTube channel. It's not because they are coming here to hype me. They don't have any reason to. It's because they have applied it to their life and they are constantly getting results. Their life is improving constantly. Those type of people, you cannot tell them, are you sure of what they are doing? They are a witness. It's like somebody saying, are you sure when the baby is in your womb it grows? I carried the baby in my womb for 9 months and I gave birth to the baby. Yes. I don't know what was happening in my womb, but this baby in my hand is proof that a baby was growing in my womb because it came out of my womb. And for some of you, you have done that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. On the matter of pregnancy, conception, a baby growing in the womb, childbearing, nobody can tell you it doesn't work. I have 5 children. Somebody will now tell me, the whole idea of pregnancy is not real. There's nothing like that. Have you seen me? Have you seen my family? I'm the proof that pregnancy is real and childbirth is real. That is the way Ifa is. So as you are consistent in your spiritual growth, as you are consistent in your spiritual growth, spiritual credibility will grow in you. And you will know without a doubt that this thing works. You might not be able to explain to the other person the way Iyanifa is explaining. The gift of explanation and articulation of our words is different. But you will know that you know that you know. So, and it comes from being consistent. Somebody said, yes, I once didn't even believe in God, let alone Ifa, but now I believe. Yes, because you have experienced the proof. It has gone beyond somebody said. It has now become a daily life experience. You now see it. Iyanifa has explained a lot of things. It's now making sense. Oh, so this is what this is. Now you know. And it comes from spiritual discipline and consistency. In your personal growth, Ifa says, growth is measured by results, not announcement. Another proof that Ifa works. Ifa says, your growth is measured by results. Look around you and see the results. The result over the decades, over the centuries is the proof why Ifa is not in line. The person that was asking the question this morning, Daniel, all we had to do was explain this proof that has been there consistently. We explained the result and they were not able to answer again. For people that have not experienced Ifa, when people come to tell you that Ifa is not real, you will now start to argue. Is your own Bible too real? Is it real? Are you sure it's this? You don't have to be defensive and aggressive. Just share the results that you have seen, the proof that is there. I used pregnancy as an example. Somebody comes to me and say pregnancy is not real. All I have to share is proof of, look at me when I was pregnant, look at the baby that I popped out. It's that simple. I don't have to say, how can you not believe pregnancy is real? God is the one that created it. We might not see it, but we believe. Plenty English necessary. Just show them proof and evidence. That's it. So as you are growing in your personal growth in Ifa, it is measured by evidence, by result. Ifa gives you the result, you see it, and your life is getting better with the result. You hear the result of other people, you experience your own, you read your Ifa and see the result of the other people, you appropriate it into your everyday life, and voila, life is getting better. Mr. Dayo P once said some people don't even want the truth. That one is left to them. You cannot help their situation. In leadership and influence, Ifa says authority is earned through reliability and proven with outcome. Authority is earned through reliability and proven with outcome. Ifa is the greatest. Olodumare is the best. It's not a contest. It's not a contest. Jack. We are not fighting over it. We are just here to produce proof. We are here to show you evidence. Let's place the knowledge of both side by side. The proof is there. We don't need to talk. The proof is there. That is what it is. The leadership and the authority that Ifa has, that African spirituality has, is in the results. Look at it. It's glaring. You can see it. All the questions you had that religion could not answer, Ifa will show you everything step by step. I went into Ifa and didn't believe in Ifa, and you don't believe I'm real, but I will show you, and Ifa showed me. You will see it. Ifa is filled with evidence, back to back evidence. Ifa is a combination of evidence. Every Ifa that you read gives you instruction, gives you direction, talks about somebody that applied it and the result that they got, talked about people that did not apply it and the result that they got. Evidence from Odrifa Ejiobe to the very last one, to all the essay that is there. Back to back evidence, reality. You read it, you see it, you try it, it works for you, you see results. On to the next one, which is why there is no Babalawo that will tell you, brother, let me see, is this person male or female? Brother Yori, màtí rí yín ní ilé Ifá bí ẹnujọ́ mẹ́ta yìí, ṣé kò sí? Ifá màmá bínú sí yín torí pé ẹ padà wá. There's nothing like that. There's nothing like, Sister Jane, we have not seen you in the Ifa shrine for like 2 weeks, so if you don't come tomorrow, Ifa is going to, we don't need to do that. You will come back. Do you know why you will come back? Because there is evidence. When you came last week, you got results. You will come back today. Nobody needs to ask you to come back. We don't need to follow up on you. We don't have to assign an entire team. Oh yeah, let's go to the house of Coco. And then you two, you have seen them coming. You now tell their children. You tell your children, tell them I'm not at home. Mommy, pastor is coming. Oh yeah, everybody, tell them I'm not in the house. Because you don't want to tell them that, you are tired. All the tithe and offering that you have been paying since year 1942. You still don't want to make them angry. The children too will now come. Pastor, good afternoon. Our mommy said we should tell you that she's not at home. Our mommy said we should tell you that she's sleeping. Seriously? Seriously? Who encourages an adult to do something that is working for them? Why is your teacher not coming into the hostel to come and knock? Hello, BC matric number 001122, come to class. So remember use of English that you learned yesterday. Your English was better. Remember biochemistry 101. We will mix acid and salts today. Come to class. So nobody is going. You need it. You will go. You know what you are going to get. Evidence and results. You will go. You have done BSc, you have your results. You see what your BSc certificate has earned you. You will now go for masters. Lecturer will now be saying, I can see that there are supposed to be 18 students in this class, there is 16. Let's call the remaining 2. Sir, we have not seen you here today. Remember that you have to be in this class. Remember, this class is talking about analysis of human mind, and you need it. Don't fail this course. If you fail this course, you will have wasted money. Excuse you. That's the way it looks like. That is the way it feels like. You don't need an entire follow-up team to tell an adult to stay with the things that works for them. The reason you need a follow-up team is because the adult does not understand what they are doing, because they don't see evidence of what they are doing, because they are tired of doing it, because it's not working for them. Nobody needs to be encouraged to continue to do the things that work for them. So yes, that is a clear difference between whatever it is that you are doing and what IFA represents. Do you know the number of people waiting in my DM right now? Me, if you wait, pay one. Some of them, I might not respond to them today. They will still come tomorrow and say, Yanifa, please, oh, I've not heard from you. But on the other way around, is your pastor that is saying, Eyi pada. And then those at the other side, and when you know my loudspeaker, jiwala ro kutukutu. Early in the morning, nobody wants to. I don't want to wake up at 5 o'clock. I don't want to wake up at 4:30. Me, Bashe 9 to 5. I just want to sleep. They will now carry microphone outside of their house. The people that wants to pray 5 times a day, don't they already know the time that they are supposed to pray? Must you tell them every goddamn day? Meanwhile, you will leave Nigeria and travel to the Middle East country. Nobody is carrying microphone. I lived in UAE for years. You can almost say they have more mosques than residential houses. Nobody is shouting. But in Africa, we are the ones that have carried this thing extra. The people that brought it for you, they are doing it with levity. They are doing it with soft life. Africans just have to be Africans. We just have to necessary. If there is any religion you are holding on to that they need to remind you, they need to encourage you. You are deceiving yourself. We say it in relationship. If you need to remind your partner to love you, is a red flag. If you have to text them 3 times a day before they respond to you once, is a red flag. Don't you see that there's a red flag in that relationship you have with your God? There's a red flag. Because your God has to tell somebody to remind you to come. They have to cajole you. They have to sweet talk you. They have to gaslight you. That's a very toxic relationship. Apply the same principle that you are putting on social media. Apply it to that relationship you have with your religion and with your God. Look at it holistically, unbiased mind, and tell me what kind of relationship that is. You are in love with a girl. You took her on a date. Every next time she has to show up on a date, after you have invited her, after you have fixed that, you have to carry an entourage to her house to say, Auntie, Mr. Femi loves you. He loves you so much. Remember last week he bought you a car. Remember I promised you a new dress. Mr. Femi loves you. If you don't come to Mr. Femi, you have lost the best man. They have to do that for that girl every time she's coming on a date. At a point, won't you tell her to get the fork? You will tell her, Mama, she lọ kó ṣe jẹ́ kúrò nígbà ṣé wọ́n nìkan lóbìnrin ni a dẹ̀ ń pọ́n ilé látijọ́ ẹ̀ à ń pọ́n ilé látijọ́ ẹ̀ o dẹ̀ lè pọ́n rẹ̀ ilé. You will get tired, and that's why the members of the church are getting tired. You are exhausting them. Let an adult decide what they want to do and stay with it. That's what it's called. But when there is a need for that, something is not adding up. Simple. Something is not adding up. Ifa says, how to apply this in faith and patience. Ifa says, not everything needs too much explanation. Outcome speaks louder than the process. Just exactly what I said now. When your relationship with spirituality needs plenty explanation, that is, therefore, hitherto, paraventure, that is to say, uti poju. Irony. Once it requires plenty talking and convincing you and twisting you here, and you have to is exhausting. I don't understand how it is exhausting. To hold on to God today, you have to remind yourself what He did in 1924. But to come back to Ifa tomorrow, you have to remind yourself what happened yesterday and God fit. Nobody has to come and encourage you. You will look at your life and you will tell yourself that, okay, this thing works. So last week, I asked Ifa about this. Ifa told me before it happened. I applied it and I was able to avoid it. You are the one that will come yourself. Because what? Ifa says, everything in life does not need plenty explanation. The outcome will speak. In Ifa and Isheshe, the outcome has spoken over generations, despite how much they try to pull it down. Despite how much they try to pull it down, the evidence and the results are speaking. Mr. Dayo said, maybe whereby you know like I know, right? What's important? Ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ síbi tọ́rọ̀ wà. Àìgbọ́fá làwọn òkè. Ifá kan sì nípa àìgbọ́fá òun làwọn òkè báyìí. Tó o bá mọ fá wàá sọ, tó bá ti pè é wàá gbé déédéé. Ifá says under destiny alignment, Ifá says regular sacrifice aligns you with your path of higher spiritual access. Regular ebo, regular etutu. It aligns you with your path of higher spiritual access. There is something called higher. There is a place called higher in spirituality. There is a place called higher. Ibi tí tẹnìkan parí sí òun ní tẹlòmíì ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Where another person's own ends is where another person's own is starting from. Can I be an Ifa devotee even when I don't speak Yoruba? Everything I've been speaking now is English. Oh, very well, you can. Irrespective of what language you speak, as long as Yoruba can be translated into your language, you are welcome. Ifa welcomes everybody to his mat, irrespective of who you are. No language barrier here, no gender barrier here, no racial barrier here, no educational barrier, no academic barrier, no financial barrier, no location barrier, no barrier whatsoever, as long as you're a human person. In fact, no age barrier, as long as you're a human person and your brain can comprehend communication. Ifa welcomes you to his man. So Ifa says regular sacrifice aligns you with higher level of spirituality. There is something called higher on this journey. And one of the things that helps you to access it is your sacrifice and appeasement, your ebo and your etutu. Now let's wrap up this teaching with our Iwure. The last part of everyone is our Iwure. For those of you that are just joining, you are probably wondering, why am I reading and where am I reading from? I'm reading from the manuscript of the sacred text of Ifa, as put together by me, Chief Iyanifa Awubankefa, popularly known as Iyanifa Ewa, on behalf of the entire team of Ifa College. Why did we feel the need to put out another compilation of the old Ifa? We have so many out there already, in Yoruba, in English, in Portuguese, in French, in Spanish, and every other beautiful language. But here is the plus that Irumoles have asked Ifa College to add. We have the ancient Yoruba rendering of it. We have it translated into modern day English. We have the lessons and the blessings and the instructions of each of those essays extracted for you. And then we have the instructions on how you can apply it to your everyday life. How can you apply it to your everyday life? Yes. So with the sacred text of Ifa put together by Iyanifa Ewa on behalf of Ifa College, it is more than just reciting Old Ifa. It is understanding it and applying it in this modern day life, and it will make sense. And it ends with the Iwure for that Old Ifa. So the Iwure here says, Lashe Edumare, my sacrifice always finds acceptance. Lashe Edumare, gbogbo ẹbọ tí mo bá gbé, ẹbọ máa fín, ẹbọ máa dà, ẹbọ máa dòdì ọ̀run, á darí ire wá fún mi, Adari ibi sọ̀hún láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Say it to yourself. My ẹbọ is accepted láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. That is the first ìwúre. Igúnnugún tí ń jẹbọ ọ̀ṣálú ayé á jẹbọ tiwa. Àkàlàmàgbò tí ń jẹbọ ọ̀ṣálú ọ̀run á jẹbọ tiwa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Question says, how can I get the sacred text? Head over to the Ifa College website, ifacollege.ng. That's the website. Click on the 3 lines in the top right corner. The first menu, the first item on the menu will be the sacred text of the Odu. Go there and pre-order for it. As at the time of recording this video, it is not yet in print. We are still going through the process of printing and publishing and all of that good stuff. But if you are watching this video, catching a replay on a later date, I'm sure it will have been out and you'll be able to get it by ordering on the website. But right now you can pre-order. You should pre-order so that you'll be part of the first set of people that will get it once it is out. The second Iwure says, my efforts in my ebo will reach Ọ̀run without any obstruction. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àní ẹbọ mi máa fín, ó máa dà, ó máa dòde ọ̀run láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Igúnnugún tí ń jẹbọ ọ̀ṣálú ayé á jẹbọ tiwa. Àkàlàmàgbò tí ń jẹbọ ọ̀ṣálú ọ̀run á jẹbọ tiwa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwọn tó láyé, àwọn tó nílẹ̀, wọn ò ní dá sí wa lára o. Àní ṣẹbọ lásán, ẹbọ wa máa pé, wọ́n á gbà. Bójú omi ló kù ni wọ́n á bá wa fi kún. Bójẹ́yọ̀ ló kù ni wọ́n á bá wa fi kún. Bójẹ́kù ni bójẹ́ja ni àwọn tó láyé, àwọn tó nílẹ̀, àwọn aláṣepọ̀, àwọn tó ṣàwòrán sẹ́yìn, wọ́n á jẹ́ kẹ́bọ tiwa pé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. The next Iwure says, my Ori recognizes when my work is complete and my Ori accepts it. Gbogbo ẹbọ tá à ń ṣe, orí wa mọ̀ gbàtẹ́bọ ti gbà, orí á sọ fún wa, ìṣẹ̀dá á sọ fún wa, and we will see the result láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. The next Iwure says, divine messengers that carry my ẹbọ, they support me faithfully. That's a very important Iwure. Every divine messenger that has been assigned to help me with my ẹbọ, they will support me faithfully. Your divine messengers, your Yanifa, your Babalawo, Babalorisha, Yanorisha, they are people like you and I. Make Iwure that they will support you faithfully. They are human beings. They can falter, they can have flaws. Make Iwure that at the time they are doing your ẹbọ, they should do it diligently and faithfully. Nobody can assure you that everything that the Babalawo and the Yanifa does is done 100% every time. They are human beings. That is unrealistic. Which is why I recorded a whole video to answer the question, before you choose a Babalawo and an Yanifa, watch this. Go to the YouTube channel, Yanifa Ewa TV on YouTube. Scroll down that page. You will find it there. Before you choose an Yanifa or a Babalawo, watch that video. May our Babalawos and Yanifas, may they be loyal, faithful, and effective and efficient for us on this journey. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹ máa ṣe ìwúre fún wọn lójoojúmọ́ pé kò ní rẹ̀ wọ́n, agara ò ní dá wọn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Kò ní rẹ̀ wọ́n, torí tó bá rẹ̀ babaláwo ẹ ò lè dá ṣe o. Tó bá rẹ̀ Yánífà ẹ ò lè dá ṣe o. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè kò ní rẹ̀ wá. Elédùmarè á máa sọ agbára wa dọ̀tun. Irúnmọlẹ̀ ló ń ṣiṣẹ́, àwa kàn ń gbẹnu sọ̀rọ̀ ni, kò ní rẹ̀ wá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ifa says, my life, the next Iwure, the final Iwure says, my life shows results that confirm that Ifa is the truth. Di orí ẹ mú kó sọ fún ara ẹ pé my life, my journey in this life is an evidence that Ifa is real and Ifa is true. Ifa ti gbé àwọn ará iwájú, Ifa gbé mi náà. You see this life that I'm living, it will be back to back evidence and testimony. Ẹ̀rí ló máa jẹ́ lójoojúmọ́ pé Ifa ń gbé àwọn ará iwájú, Ifa gbé mi. Ẹ̀rí ló máa jẹ́ pé àwọn ẹgbẹ́ gbé mi. Gbogbo wa la máa jẹ́ Ifá gbé mi, òrìṣà gbé mi, ẹgbẹ́ gbé mi. Our life will be proof. People will not come to you and be saying your Ifa is not real. How can somebody look at me, a whole me? Mojila aro kutukutu laago marun. I've been awake since 4 preparing for Ashe for today. You look at my life and the wonderful things that Ajay has done, the wonderful things that Orisha has done, that Olodumare has done, and you now say Ifa is not real. I am an evidence, a witness in this life that Ifa is real. I know that Ifa is real. I'm a witness in this life that Ifa is real. If whatever corner you are standing from, whether you are looking from above or you are looking from the side, my life is a witness that Ifa is real. Tell yourself, make that iwure for yourself. I want my life, my journey, my finances, my relationship, my children, my business, my health, my joy, everything that has to do with me, everything that I represent, I want it to constantly be an evidence and a witness that Ifa is real, because it's real. Ifa ti gbé àwọn ará wájú, Ifa gbé wá, ìwúre kan nìyẹn lọ́tọ̀. Look at yourself every day. Ifa has supported the people that went ahead and made their life a living success. Ifa will support me and make my life a living success. Ifa ò ní torí tiwa dàrú, ìṣẹ̀ṣe ò ní torí tiwa dàrú. Ẹbọ tí ń fi ẹbọ tí ń dà, ẹbọ ò ní torí tiwa má gbà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Èmi àti yín ò ní bá wọn rúbọ tí ò ní gbà. Ní bá wọn ṣètùtù tí ayé ò ní yọ́nú sí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Take this ìwúre, take them seriously and make it for yourself constantly. You see why you have to pre-order and order and buy the sacred text of Ifa? That's the only place you can find ìwúre like this that goes side by side with every Odu Ifa. This is the point where I say Ogbo ato asure ìwòrìwò fún ẹ̀làbọ̀rú ẹ̀làbọ̀yè ẹ̀làbọ̀ ṣíṣe o. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. So we have come to the end of the Odu Ifa. Odu Ifa wo la gbéyẹ̀wò lẹ́yìn. Please let's remind ourselves, for the benefit of those that joined us later, what is the Odu Ifa that we talked about today? What is the Odu Ifa that we talked about today? Odu Ifa wo la gbéyẹ̀wò lẹ́yìn. Ẹsẹ̀ Ifá wo la gbéyẹ̀wò lẹ́yìn. Type it in the comment section. Ẹ ṣé gan ni Aunty Golden Light. Odu Ifa Ogunda Irete. Odu Ifa Ogunda Irete has explained to us what Ebo is, who receives the Ebo, why Ebo is being received, how it's supposed to be done, what's the consistency, what are the results that we should expect when we do it. Odu Ifa Ogunda Irete has explained it. So if you joined late, just head over to the YouTube channel Iyanifa Ewa TV on YouTube. Subscribe, turn on notification. As soon as the replay is ready, you will be notified. It takes YouTube about, I think, a couple of hours, maybe 2-3 hours to process the replay, and it will be available to you. Tomorrow is another date. Make it a date with me. We have a date tomorrow, 6 a.m. Nigerian time, 5 a.m. for those of you in UK and Ghana, 12 midnight for those of you on the EST, to delve into another Odu Ifa for tomorrow. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, èmi lẹ máa bá, ẹ̀yin náà ni mo máa rí, wọn ò ní fẹ́ lòmíì ṣe wá. If you have any questions, please drop it before we make our ìwúre and we round off. If you have not registered for a course in Ifa College, I really don't know what you are waiting for. Head over to the website ifacollege.ng, ifacollege.ng, and register for a course. Ifa Business School is still ongoing. We're going to have our first interactive live streaming for the ongoing class by the weekend. So all your questions that you have written out, for those of you that are attending the Ifa Business School, we will fix a time that works for all of us, right? We'll fix a time that works for all of us, and we would have a live streaming. We would ask your questions and respond to you, and it's going to be a very interactive time. I love the responses I'm getting, and I am so grateful that we are able to apply Ifa to our business and our finances. It is awesome. We, you and I, everybody in Ifa College is a proof that Ifa is global and universal knowledge. Ifa is not just I have a problem, come and fix it. We have been able to apply Ifa to different parts of our life. For women in Ifa and Isheshe, don't forget to get the journal. Women in Ifa and Isheshe, the 30-day journal is available on the website. It's available on the website. Is that okay? If you have any other questions, let me know. If you need a consultation, an Ifa divination, a reading, you want to do your Etefa, Ishefa, and every other thing in between, Mrs. O Forever just posted the number on the live streaming on TikTok. You see Chief Yanifa Ewa, send the message to that number via WhatsApp. Send the message, don't call. Send the message, don't call. You cannot save somebody's number for the first time, and the first thing you do is initiate a call. You didn't introduce yourself, you don't know what you want. If you think if everybody is calling like that, you'll be able to do anything for the rest of the day. No. Let's apply good communication skills. Drop a message. This is who I am, this is where I'm chatting you from, this is what you need help with, and you receive a response as soon as it gets to your turn on the list. Is there any other question? Any questions? For those of you in the diaspora, we are planning a trip from North America to Nigeria either in April or in May. So you have enough time to prepare for your Itefa. We'll take care of your visas, we'll take care of your flights, we'll take care of your accommodation, your Itefa, your Oro Risha, all your spiritual work that you need to do. You want to do protection, you want to go to the Osun River to have a spiritual bath, every other thing in between will be available. So if you are in the United States, if you are in Canada and you are interested in being part of this, just send a message to the WhatsApp number that is showing on your screen. And if you are catching a replay, all the information you need will be in the description box below. Mina, thank you for reaching out from Italy. It will be in the description box below. And if you are not in North America and you want to join, maybe you are in UK, you are in Europe, wherever it is that you're coming from, reach out and let's know how to make an arrangement with people around your community. Let's do that, okay? And if you know anybody that knows anybody that knows anybody in those regions, let them also reach out. You are a real sophisticated woman. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for the compliment. My mommy and my daddy will be proud to hear that, and I am also delighted to have you describe me with those amazing words. Eshegoni. Any other question? No questions. Let's make our Iwure. Mr. Dayop once said before, Uncle, Iwure is how we make prayers in Ifa and Isheshe. If you are just coming in, you are just coming back home, you are welcome. Please abandon that your prayer points that you used to make where you are coming from. Can you check for somebody? Yes, it's called divination and consultation. Just send a message to the WhatsApp number that is on your screen right now. I'm blessed to know you. Oh my goodness, I so much appreciate that. Thank you. Ifa Shehu is our ancestors that brought our paths together, and it's also a privilege for me to be part of your journey, to be part of this journey. It's a privilege for me, and I do not take it for granted. Can you have a discussion about Ifa verses being written down for posterity? Can you have a discussion about Ifa verses being written down? And that's what we are doing. That's what we are doing. Please, somebody should type out the number. I don't know what's wrong with the algorithm today. I can't pin, or maybe it's my network. I think it's my network. I'm trying to pin and it's not just highlighting. Please, can somebody post the number again? I was in a group where they said it is wrong. That is wrong to write down Old SFA. So you see why I don't usually like to get into this conversation. It's okay. If some people think that they should not write it down, it's okay. They can continue to pass it down orally. At least they are not going to stop those of us that is writing it down. And those of us that have written it down, those of you that want to read it, nobody is going to stop you from buying it. So it's okay. There is no right or wrong answer in this. And going into an argument is not going to change anything. People believe that you should not write it down. Let them continue to pass it orally. Our forefathers passed it down orally, and we are here. And those of us that believe that we should write it down, there's no problem. We will write it down, and people that want to read it will read it. The most important thing is that take it and use it. Find it and use it. If you find it in the verbal words of an elder, take it and apply it. If you find it in a written book by an elder, take it and apply it. Karo aṣọ mọ́dì, karo di máṣọ. Kí ara ṣáà má ti ṣòfò ni, kí di má ti bọ́ síta lófò ni. That's the koko. So the person asking for the number, Chief Yanifa Ewa, that's the WhatsApp number posted by Mrs. O Forever. Just copy it. When you send a message, it is a verified WhatsApp number. That is the proof that it's the WhatsApp number. It's a verified WhatsApp number, and you'll be able to send a message to me. Jane Juma has also posted the same number. So either of them, is either you copy Jane Juma's own or Mrs. O Forever. Any other questions? Any other questions? Any other questions? Tí o bá sí ìbéèrè kankan, let's go to the ìwúre. As I was saying, ìwúre is how we make prayers in Ifa and Ìṣẹ̀ṣe. How we make prayers in Ifa and Ìṣẹ̀ṣe. So if you have not learned praying the right way in Ifa and Ìṣẹ̀ṣe, click on the bio of this TikTok page. You see subscription. You will see subscription. Click on it and subscribe for praying the right way in Ifa and Ìṣẹ̀ṣe. If you're on YouTube, go to the profile and click on join. You will see praying the right way in Ifa and Ìṣẹ̀ṣe. Mina, please, can you post your question again? I didn't see it. What's the question again, Mina? As you are joining, click on the plus sign to follow. Very important. Mina, please, what's your question? Can you ask your question again? Minaj Goldie. I think that's your name. Yeah, Minaj Goldie. I'm new, but I have feelings that I belong to Ifa. I don't know if I'm wrong because of my... Okay. Ifa is not... Everybody belongs to Ifa. Is that okay? Everybody belongs to Ifa. Ifa is not a... How do I put it? Ifa is the voice of Olodumare. Olodumare is the divine and supreme being, the creator of heaven and earth and everything in between it. You understand? So it's like saying, I'm not sure if I belong to the person that created me. We all belong to the one that created us. Okay? You all belong to the one that created us. So Ifa is the voice of Olodumare. It's not a group that we belong to. It is the voice of Olodumare. It is Olodumare, the divine supreme being, expressing their thoughts and their words to us. So you have come to Ifa to learn, how do I know the path that I'm supposed to walk in this life? It's not a cult that you belong to. It's not a religion you are identifying with. It's your way of life. It's everything in life. It is science, it is medicine, it is physics, it is chemistry, it is accounting, it is business, it is parenting, it is relationship, it is health, it is politics, it is law, it is art, it is fashion, it is everything. So you see all of these things I mentioned, that is your entire life put together. That is what Ifa is. Is that okay? You said your father changed to a Christian prophet. Okay, I think I've answered your question. Everybody is welcome to this global and universal knowledge that Ifa is. Everybody finds their destiny in Ifa. Everybody finds their direction in Ifa. Everybody finds their solution in Ifa. Everybody finds the purpose of their being alive on this earth in Ifa. So Ifa is for everybody. I feel that is the only question that we have. Somebody was asking that, can we make the Iwure in English? Yes. If you subscribe to Praying the Right Way in Ifa and Ìṣẹ̀ṣe, right, I teach you both in English and in Yoruba. So I will teach in Yoruba first and then translate it into English. So if you don't understand Yoruba, if you hear it in English, you are able to translate it into your local dialect, into your own first language that you feel more comfortable with, and then you make your Iwure. It doesn't matter what language you are making it. As long as you understand the principles of how we make Iwure, you are able to do it in any language. You are able to do it in any language. Now let's wrap this up by making our Iwure. Let's wrap this up by making our Iwure. Akoda aye asheba, àṣèbà ṣẹ̀dá, àṣèbà tí wáyé ọjọ́, àṣèbà tí wọ̀ oòrùn, elédùmarè ọba tẹ́rẹrẹ kárí ayé, àṣèbà ọba lánàá, ọba lénìí, ọba títí ayé, ọba tó lọ kọrin kése, àṣèbà àjàgùnmàlè olúwo òde ọ̀run, àṣèbà olúbíkin ọ̀sán ìbíkin, àṣèbà ọba tó lọ olúbíkin ọ̀sán ìbíkin, àṣèbà àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn agbára tó solé ayé ró, àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn òrìṣà tá à ń ṣọ̀sẹ̀ fún lénìí. Èní lọ̀sẹ̀ Ọbàtálá, bàbá àgbà arúgbó ọjọ́, àṣèbà Ọbàtálá, ọba táàṣà, ọba takuntakun lóde Ìwẹ̀rí, àṣèbà
ìbáṣẹ
arúgbó ọjọ́, ọba funfun báláú látòkè délẹ̀, àṣèbà ọba tó mọrí ọmọ tuntun, àṣèbà àníkíbà wa ṣẹ̀wọ̀n,
ìbáṣẹ
àṣèbà ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọ̀pàkẹ́ àlàkẹ́, èmi náà lọ̀sẹ̀ àwọn ìyá mi, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi òṣèré mọ̀nìgà, ẹ̀yin arógbáṣọ má balẹ̀, ẹ̀yin ọlọ́mú kan tí ń fún gba ọmọ ọlọ́mú, ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ kan tí ń bẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ méjì ìjà, ẹ̀yin olókìkí òru, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi tẹ́lẹ̀dùmarè gbélé ayé lé lọ́wọ́, ẹ̀yin abiyamọ ọlọ́jà gbọ̀rọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀ tí ò jẹ́ kọ́mọ ó jábọ́, ẹ̀yin ògbẹ́kún ọmọ ẹ̀ta tí rere, àṣèbà àṣèbà àníkíbà wa ṣẹ̀wọ̀n,
ìbáṣẹ
ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ẹlẹ́yẹ, ẹ̀yin ọ̀sà ẹlẹ́yẹ, àṣèbà àníkíbà wa ṣẹ̀wọ̀n, èmi náà ni ọ̀sẹ̀ egúngún, àṣèbà àwọn tó ṣàwo kù sẹ́yìn fáwa, àṣèbà àwọn tó tẹ̀ ká tó tẹ̀, àṣèbà àwọn tó ti wá káwa tó wá, àṣèbà àwọn tó lànà fá fún wa, àwọn tó fi tó dé yìí, àṣèbà àníkíbà wa ṣẹ̀wọ̀n, àníkọ́ lọ́sẹ̀ ó gbà gbogbo òrìṣà tá à ń ṣọ̀sẹ̀ fún lẹ́nìí kó má dà sí wa lára, kó gbà lọ́wọ́ wa, kó gbére fún wa, kó gbé ayọ̀ ọlá ìdùnnú ìgbéga ìlera pípé àti àìkú tí ń ṣe baálé ọ̀rọ̀ kó gbé fún wa. Onílé mi ògbódò ọ̀rà, ìyá mi àbẹ̀ní, ìyá mi ẹdán, mo ṣe bá ẹdán, mo ṣe bá onílé, mo ṣe bá gbogbo ọmọ onílé, mo ṣe bá gbogbo àwọn awo, gbogbo àwọn tó ń ṣawo níbi tó ti ń ṣe awo, mo ṣe bá tẹrẹlú, mo ṣe bá tòṣùgbó, mo ṣe bá yín bàbá mi kábíyèsí olúwo àsápéọlà, ẹ̀yin alábẹ́nú àsásí, ẹ̀yin ògbé màálù mi tiwo mo ṣe bá, mo ní kí bà mí ṣe lékelèké gbàràdá, ẹ̀yin ìyá àbíyè àní jẹ́ ìyá àbíkú láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, ẹ̀yin lékelèké tí ò jẹ́ kọ́mọ ó jábọ́, ẹ̀yin ìyá àbíyè tó ń gbẹ́ fún ọmọ ẹ̀ tó ń ta tí rere, àṣèbà àṣèbà àníkíbà wa ṣẹ, gbogbo lísà, gbogbo balógun, gbogbo lọ́balọ́ba látòkè lókè láì dápá kan sí rárá la ṣèbà fún, àníkíbà wa ṣẹ, gbogbo babaláwo, gbogbo ìyá nífà, bàbá lórìṣà ni o, ìyá lórìṣà ni o, ẹ̀yin àpẹ̀tẹ̀bí ni o, ẹ̀yin eléwé ọmọ, ẹ̀yin oníṣègùn, gbogbo wa tá a jókòó tá à ń ṣiṣẹ́ ẹrún mọlẹ̀ lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbálá ayé yìí, mo ṣèbà ọmọ ní kíbà mi ṣẹ, ewé a máa jẹ́, egbò a máa jẹ́, àní fọmọ ṣiṣẹ́, àní fara wa ṣiṣẹ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, iṣẹ́ tí ń mọlẹ̀ ti gbé wa wá pé ká wá sílé ayé wá ṣe, torí ṣàwá láti wá ṣe, a máa ṣe láṣẹ pé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, ire tó dẹ̀ wá ń bẹ̀ òun ló máa jẹ́ tiwa àtàwọn tó ń bá wa ṣe láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àṣẹ. Gbogbo agbára tó solé ayé ró, gbogbo agbára tó ṣílẹ̀kùn ọjọ́ ẹ̀yìn, gbogbo agbára tó ní kójúmọ́ máa mọ́ lẹ́yìn, àṣèbà gbogbo orí kọ̀ọ̀kan tó péjọpọ̀ sórí ètò lẹ́yìn, mo ṣèbà orí, mo ṣèbà ẹlẹ́dàá, àṣèbà ọlọ́kọ̀ tó wà wá wá sáyé, àṣèbà bàbá àtìyá wa, àníkíbà wa ṣẹ ọ̀, odù ifá Ògúndà rẹ tẹ̀lé odù ifá tá a gbé yẹ̀wò lẹ́yìn, ọgbọ́n tó wà níbẹ̀, ìmọ̀ tó wà níbẹ̀, òye tó wà níbẹ̀, ọlá tó wà níbẹ̀, ire tó wà nínú ẹ̀, ọrọ̀ tó wà nínú ẹ̀, ìlera pípé tó wà nínú ẹ̀, ìmúnímọ̀nà tó wà níbẹ̀, òun ló máa jẹ́ tèmi àti yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Bá a ṣe ń gbẹ́bọ wa, ẹbọ wa máa fín, ẹbọ wa máa dà, ẹbọ wa máa dóde ọ̀run láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. àní ṣe lásán. Ifá ti gbé àwọn ará wájú, Ifá gbè mí àti yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwo ti gbé àwọn ará wájú, àwo á gbé mí àti yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Kí ló dé tí mi ò tí ì ṣàwo tẹ́lẹ̀? Kí ló dé tí mi ò tí ì ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀? Òun lórin tó máa jáde lẹ́nu èmi àti yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àní ṣe awo ṣe, àní kábàámọ̀ nídìí iṣẹ́ awo tá à ń ṣe yìí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ìṣẹ̀ṣe ti gbé àwọn tó lọ níwájú, ìṣẹ̀ṣe á gbé èmi àti yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ajé Ògúngúlùsọ̀ á wá jókòó tì wá, á fi ẹbọ wa, á fi ṣe nírọ̀rùn fún wa. Ajé la nílò láti fi ṣe ẹbọ, ajé á kún wa lọ́wọ́. Àbùdí nítolókun, àbùdí nítọlọ́sà, bá a ṣe ń bu owó tá a fi ń ṣẹbọ tá a fi ń ṣètùtù ajé á máa di fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ọwọ́ wa ò ní kàn sàlẹ̀ àpò láṣẹ Èdùmàrè torí wọ́n ní àpò ṣàṣàmùrà ìdí ń gbẹ àpò wa ò ní gbẹ fowó kò ní gbẹ fọ́lá kò ní gbẹ fọ́là láṣẹ Èdùmàrè bá a ṣe ń gbẹ́bọ èṣù àgbà ẹ̀gbá àgbà á gbé lọ fáwọn àwọn ajogun á padà lẹ́yìn wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè bá a ṣe ń gbé tutù fáwọn tó láyé àwọn ọ̀yà mi òṣèrò mọ̀nìjà wọ́n á gbà á wọ́n á fi ìtura fún wa wọ́n á fi ìdẹ̀ra fún wa wọ́n á fi ọlá fún wa wọ́n á fi ajé àti àìkú tí ń ṣe baálé ọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n á fi fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àní ṣe lásán o àní ṣe lásán o àní ṣàwó ṣe o àní ṣe lásán àní ṣàwó ṣe láṣẹ Èdùmàrè gbogbo nǹkan kí nǹkan tó ń dùn èmi àti yín lọ́kàn tá a ti torí ẹ̀ rúbọ à á padà wá à á ṣẹnu rere yáwó àwọn àyìn ifá yin Elédùmarè nítorí wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè à á padà wá à á wá yin awo à á wá yin ifá à á wá yin Elédùmarè torí gbogbo nǹkan tá a béèrè fún ifá bá wa ṣe Elédùmarè á ṣe fún wa àwọn tó ṣàwó kù sẹ́yìn wọ́n á dúró tì wá wọ́n á ṣe tiwa láṣẹ pé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè gbogbo àdáwọ́lé wa ire ló máa bọ́ sí torí ire lójú owó ń rí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè gbogbo ibi tó kù díẹ̀ káàtó tá a ti ń fà á tí ò tí ì tóra wọn àwọn tó láyé àwọn tó nílẹ̀ wọ́n á bá wa fà á tóra wọn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè gbogbo nǹkan bí nǹkan tá à ń tí orí wa tó ń ṣèdààmú lé lórí tí ẹlẹ́dàá wa tó ń ṣèdààmú lé lórí àwọn tó láyé àwọn tó nílẹ̀ wọ́n á fi ṣe nírọ̀rùn fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àní tójú ayé mọ́lẹ̀ o àní taṣọ àgbà mọ́lẹ̀ o àní bí ọmọ aráyé nínú ẹni tá a máa ṣẹ̀ tí ò ní gáréjì wa Elédùmarè ò ní jẹ́ ká pàdé wọn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè gbogbo bí tá a bá ń lọ à á máa ṣe kò ń gẹ́ẹ̀rẹ́ ni láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ire owó ire ọlá lódindi báyìí lọ́ máa gbé wá fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè odindi tátàrẹ́ ń di tiẹ̀ làwa máa fi di ire àní bá wọn dúpẹ́ tipátipá àní bá wọn gbórí àbọ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè gbogbo àwọn tí òrìṣà bá wá ń bájà àwọn tó ti tẹ ojú ayé mọ́lẹ̀ tí ayé ń bájà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ayé ayọ́nú sí yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ayé ayọ́nú sí yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ayé ayọ́nú sí yín àwọn tó láyé ayọ́nú sí yín àwọn tó nílẹ̀ ayọ́nú sí yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àwọn òrìṣà ayọ́nú sí wa àní rí ìbínú ajé àní rí ìbínú òrìṣà kankan láṣẹ Èdùmàrè tó bá wá ní nǹkan kí nǹkan táwa náà wá dì sọ́wọ́ tá a mú dání òfun ní ká fóun fólóhun kọ́wọ́ wá balẹ̀ fúyẹ́ gbogbo nǹkan tá a bá dì sọ́wọ́ tí ò jẹ́ ká lè roore gbà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àwọn tó láyé àwọn tó nílẹ̀ wọ́n á bá wa gbọ̀n kúrò lọ́wọ́ wa ọwọ́ wa wá fúyẹ́ àáfi ríre ńláńlá gbà oore kàbìtìkàbìtì oore kàǹkàkàǹkà oore tó ń ba olóore gan lẹ́rù òun làwa délé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè níbi gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ bá wà ire lẹ máa rí ayọ̀ lẹ máa bá ìdùnnú lẹ máa bá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ẹ̀fọn ayé ò ní fún wa èdè ayé ò ní dè wá ọmọ aráyé ò ní lùlù fún wa jó ọmọ aráyé ò ní fẹgbà fún wa lóúnjẹ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè lójú ẹ̀mí wa àwọn ọmọ wa wọ́n á yàn lójú ẹ̀mí wa àwọn abiyamọ ayé abiyamọ ọ̀run wọ́n á bá wa rú ọ̀jà wọ́n á ro ti àwọn ọmọ wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè wọ́n á dáàbò bò wọ́n bó ṣe ń jáde bó ṣe ń wọlé wọn ò ní jáde lékú lọ́wọ́ wọn ò ní délé wá bá wàhálà àtàgbákò láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ibi gbogbo táwọn ọmọ wa bá wà táwa ò lè débẹ̀ ojú àwọn òrìṣà débẹ̀ ojú àwọn tó láyé àwọn tó nílẹ̀ débẹ̀ ojú Elédùmarè débẹ̀ wọ́n á dáàbò bo àwọn ọmọ yẹn ire làwọn ọmọ wa máa rí o ire lójú owó rí ire náà máa rí wọn níjọ́ tó rí bá fojú kan ọ̀run ìjọ yẹn ló ń yọ ọmọ aráyé máa yọ́nú sáwọn ọmọ wa wọ́n ní àfẹ́káyé báyìí látẹ́gùn fẹ́ àrànká gbogbo ayé báyìí lòun ràn ògo àwọn ọmọ wa máa ràn kárí ayé lójú ẹ̀mí wa ògo àwọn ọmọ wa máa ràn kárí ayé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè tá a bá wá rẹ́nikẹ́ni tó ń fojú sunkún ọmọ tó ń fojú ṣèrè bí ọmọ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àwọn tó láyé àwọn tó nílẹ̀ wọ́n á ṣí inú yín wọ́n á fi ọmọ làǹtìlanti wọ́n á fi ta yín lọ́rẹ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ìyá mi Ọ̀ṣun Ṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ̀ olóòní ayò ládékojú ẹ bọra tí ń gbé nínú omi amáwo márò Ọ̀ṣun Ṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ̀ àní kẹ́ ẹ wá lọ́mú sí wọn kẹ́ ẹ fáwọn náà kẹ́ ẹ san wọ́n di ọlọ́mọ ìṣọkùnrin ní ìṣobìnrin ni wọ́n nǹkan kí nǹkan tó bá wà ní àgọ́ ara wọn
tó ń dènà ọmọ bíbí ẹ bá wọn yọ kúrò. Alágbolódù Ọ̀ṣun Ṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ́ ẹ bá wọn yọ kúrò. Kẹ́ ẹ wá fi àgbo yín kẹ́ ẹ fi wẹ̀ wọ́n nínú, kẹ́ ẹ fi wẹ̀ wọ́n níta, kẹ́ ẹ sọ wọ́n di Ọlọ́run. Kí ọlẹ̀ ayọ̀ kó sọ nínú wọn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Kọ́ finú ṣoyún, kọ́ fẹ̀yìn gbọ́mọkùn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Káwọn náà rán wọn rán níṣẹ́, kọ́mọ yẹn wá má ṣọ̀kún lójú wọn, kọ́ má fojú sunkún ọmọ yẹn, kọ́ má mọ sàárì ọmọ yẹn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Òrìṣà ìbejì lọ́kùnrin lóbìnrin ìbejì ní kẹ́ bá wa ṣe fún wọn nírọ̀rùn, nídùnnú, nínú àlàáfíà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ajé tí wọ́n wá nílò láti wọ inú ọmọ bíbí láti tó àwọn ọmọ yẹn ajá fi ṣe nírọ̀rùn fún wọn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwa tá a dẹ̀ ti bí náà àní sọ̀ kọ́kọ́ nù mọ́ mi. Ẹrù kálẹ̀ abiyamọ ìtúkùn ní gbé wá ká wa mọ́lé. Ọmọ aráyé ò ní fọmọ dààmú wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọn ò ní fàwa náà, wọn ò ní fi dààmú àwọn ọmọ wa. Gbogbo ẹni tó ń ṣiṣẹ́, gbogbo ẹni tó dá ilé iṣẹ́ sílẹ̀, ó dá okòwò sílẹ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àtàjèrè àtàwàràwàrà ní Elédùmarè máa ṣe tiwa. Wọ́n ní ọmọ ìtà ní kọ́kọ́ tà kọ́mọ ẹlòmíràn tó tà, èyí máa tàtà jèrè, ẹ máa tàtà wàràwàrà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọn ò ní lu ọjà yín nígbà tó láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ọjà tẹ́ ẹ máa tà àtàjèrè ni, èrè tẹ́ ẹ wá ń rí lórí ẹ̀ ní fi wo àìsàn, ní fi ṣẹjọ́. Ọmọ aráyé ò ní lù yín ní jìbìtì ẹ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ìlera pípé ni o, ìlera pípé ni o, ìlera pípé lèmi àti yín tọrọ nínú ọdún tuntun yìí. Àwọn tó láyé, àwọn tó nílẹ̀, wọ́n á fi fún wa. Àní dùbúlẹ̀ àìsàn fọmọ, ọmọ ò ní dùbúlẹ̀ àìsàn fún wa. Àìsàn tó gbóògùn ni o, kò gbóògùn ni o, ó kéré ni, ó tóbi ni, ọmọ aráyé ò ní fi ìkọ̀kan náà ṣe wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọn ò ní fi ṣan ara wa bá wa jà, wọn ò ní fẹ́ jẹ ara wa bá wa jà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ojúmọ́ tó bá mọ́, àgbàbá wa báyìí á ṣe é gbé, àgbẹ́sẹ̀ wa báyìí á ṣe é gbé. Ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń rò àti tá à ń sọ kò ní akora wọn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ọmọ aráyé ò ní fi pàṣán, wọn ò ní fi fún wa lóúnjẹ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Lórí ọkọ, lórí aya, lórí ọmọ, lórí ẹbí, lórí ará, lórí ọ̀rẹ́, lórí ojúlùmọ̀, àní sunkún, àní ṣọ̀fọ̀. Ọmọ aráyé ò ní bọ́ bàtà ọ̀fọ̀ síwájú ilé wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ wà lókè òkun, bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe lọ ẹ máa kórè oko dédé, ẹ ní ṣánpá wá. Bó ṣe lọ ló ṣe bọ̀, kò ní jẹ́ tèmi àti yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ibi tẹ́ ẹ lọ yẹ ẹ̀yọ́dún lẹ máa bá níbẹ̀, ilé tẹ́ ẹ ń bọ̀ náà ire lẹ máa wá bá níbẹ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo àwa tá a dẹ̀ wà nílé, tá a jókòó, tá a ń ṣiṣẹ́ nílé, àní ṣe lásán, èrè la máa rí níbẹ̀. Ọmọ aráyé ò ní kọ̀ dí àìmọ́ṣe sí wa. Bá a ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ kékeré, owó ńlá ló máa wọlé fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àní sunkún ajé, àní lájé lọ́rùn, a máa lájé lọ́wọ́ ni. Àbùdíní tó lókun, àbùdíní tó lọ́sà, àbùdíní tèmi àti yín máa jẹ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Lọ́lá àwọn tó ṣílẹ̀kùn ọjọ́ èní, lọ́lá pé Ifá ti gbé àwọn ará wájú, lọ́lá pé Ifá sì ń gbé àwọn èèyàn lọ́wọ́. Ifá gbè wá, àwọ̀ á gbè wá, ìṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ á gbè wá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Tó bá níbì kan ìkan ó sì kú díẹ̀ káàtó sí, àwọn tó ń ṣe aláṣepé, wọ́n á bá yín ṣe tiwa láṣepé, wọ́n á ṣe tèmi láṣepé, wọ́n á ṣe tiyín láṣepé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹ̀kọ́ Ifá mi la tún ti gbọ́ lẹ́yìn báyìí, àmúṣe, adẹnuwa, adòrí, adarí ire wá fún wa, adarí ọlá wá, adarí ọlà wá, ìdùnnú, ìlera pípé, ìgbéga, àìkú tí ń ṣe báálé ọ̀rọ̀, adarí ẹ̀ wá fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n ní kí Ifá ó bá ní ṣe, Elédùmarè ó bá ní ṣe. Àwọn tó ṣàwò kù sẹ́yìn, wọ́n bá wa ṣe. Wọ́n ní kí Ifá ó bá ní ṣe, kí Elédùmarè ó bá ní ṣe. Àwọn tó ṣàwò kù sẹ́yìn, wọ́n bá wa ṣe. Wọ́n ní àwíṣẹ́ ní tìfá, àfọ̀ṣẹ́ ní tọ̀rúnmìlà. Àbátálágẹmọ bá dá òun lòrìṣà òkè ń gbà. Àwa tún ti rí lẹ́yìn, òrìṣà òkè ti fàṣẹ sí. Ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àṣẹ. Ẹ ṣé gan ni o, adúpẹ́, ẹ ṣé. Thank you very much for being here today. It's always a privilege to be part of your journey in Ifa, to be part of this success. The most important thing you can do for me is to make sure that everything you are learning, you are applying it to your everyday life, and the quality of your life is improving. Tí Ifá bá dẹ̀ ti ṣe fún yín, ẹ padà wá kẹ́ ẹ wá ṣe rere yẹn awo. When Ifa has done it for you and life is improving, come back and say thank you and show gratitude. wọ́n ní ẹni aṣore fún tí ò dúpẹ́ bí ọlọ́ṣà kóni lẹ́rù lọ ni. I have something to say to us today. See, very soon they have announced that Hallelujah Challenge is coming up, Abi, and you are about to experience very beautiful Yoruba songs. But I have the honor and the privilege on behalf of the entire community of Ifa and Isheshe people to tell you that 70% of the things you are going to hear there is the oriki of our Orisha. That is what it is. Bàbá àgbà arúgbó ọjọ́ o. Inú church lẹ ti kọ o. Dádì kan báyìí ló máa ń kọrin yẹn o. Àmọ́ Ọbàtálá lẹ̀ ń kì. Ọbàtálá ni bàbá àgbà arúgbó ọjọ́. Jésù ò kì í ṣe bàbá àgbà. Jésù ò kì í ṣe arúgbó ọjọ́. But in the church wọ́n máa sọ fún yín pé Ọlọ́run Olúwa God ló ń fi bàbá àgbà arúgbó ọjọ́ kì ló fi ń yìn. But let me explain something to you that you need to understand. Ifa is about knowledge. Nobody has seen the divine and supreme being before. Kò sẹ́ni tó rí bí Elédùmarè ṣe rí. Whether you call it God or you call it Olódùmarè, because Yoruba Christians also use the word Olódùmarè to describe God. Whether you call it Olúwa or Ọlọ́run, kò sẹ́ni tó rí Ọlọ́run rí. Kò sẹ́ni tó rí Olúwa yẹn rí. Nobody has seen God. So how do you know that he's a man and you are calling him Baba? How do you know that he's old and you are calling him Agba? You cannot describe Olódùmarè with physical identity. So when you hear those words that they are using to describe a human form, àwọn òrìṣà ló ń describe, they are describing òrìṣàs and they are venerating òrìṣàs. Òrìṣà ni wọ́n ń kì. So if you come on this page and say everything you are doing in Ifa is demonic, and you go to Hallelujah Challenge and you are singing Bàbá àgbà arúgbó ọjọ́ o, you are greeting Ọbàtálá. Ọbàtálá recognize you as Ọmọ Ọbàtálá, recognize you as an African person that takes their source in Yoruba land. Orí Ọbàtálá máa wú, because our orishas, they don't care whether you are Christian or Muslim or whatever. As long as you are venerating them with joy, they will show up. So whatever miracle you are going to experience, I'm just trying to tell you beforehand, àwọn òrìṣà, they are the ones that is showing up. You will hear songs like ọlọ́wọ́ gbọgbọrọ is turning me around. Ọlọ́wọ́ gbọgbọrọ tí ń yọmọ ẹ̀ lọ́fìn ayé. Àwọn ọ̀yà mi Ọ̀pàkẹ́ Àlàkẹ́ ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn lọ́lọ́wọ́ gbọgbọrọ tó ń yọmọ lọ́fìn ayé. Àwọn ọ̀yà mi ni the same ìyá mi that you people are calling witches. Àwọn ni o. You will hear songs like Alágbádá iná, the one who's close with fire. Alágbádá iná aláwọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ ọ̀run. Kábíyèsí Ṣàngó ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ṣàngó, àkàtà yẹ́rìyẹ́rì, iná lójú, iná nímú, iná lẹ́nu. Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè òun ṣe alágbádá iná. How do you know that God is wearing agbádá? Do you even know the form that God takes? Religion has identified that nobody has seen God. We don't know whether it's a human form, whether it's in form of a stone. So we cannot give oriki to God describing a human person. Ẹni tó wọ agbádá, èèyàn ló wọ̀, èèyàn ni, àwa èèyàn là ń wọ agbádá. So the only thing you are describing like that are human forms, and it is the òrìṣà that take human form. Jésù ò dẹ̀ wọ agbádá, àbí ṣé Jésù wọ agbádá ni? Ṣé Jésù wọ agbádá nínú Bible ni? Ṣé ó wọ agbádá ní Israel ni? Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè, God that you people are holding on to, báwo lẹ ṣe mọ̀ pé agbádá ló ń wọ̀? Ta ló rí rí? Let's put common sense into this thing. Ṣó ti yé yín bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn? So most of all these songs that you will hear, I'm just preparing your mind though. Most of all these songs that you will hear, àwọn òrìṣà ló ń kì, òrìṣà ló ń pè. They are calling òrìṣàs, they are venerating òrìṣàs. So So if you attend that program and in the midst of when you are singing and you are saying bàbá àgbà arúgbó ọjọ́ o arúgbó ọjọ́ o arúgbó ọjọ́ tó wá gbé mi òrìṣà ńlá ló gbé ẹ yẹn is the energy of òrìṣà ńlá that is working through you. Jésù ò gbé mi rí. Jésù ò ń ṣe bàbá àgbà amọ̀gbà tó bí amọ̀gbà tó kú tó ẹ kó wá sílé ayé rárá amọ̀gbà tó bí amọ̀gbà tó kú. Ìjọ wo ló kúrò níbi tó ti di bàbá àgbà? Òun bọ̀ wọ́n dàgbà kó tó kúrò ní ayé. Ìyẹn tó bá wá o, let's accept the fact that ó wà kó dàgbà. Wọ́n ní 33 years old ní báwọn ní 33 years old ṣe jẹ́ bàbá àgbà. And then how do you say God that you have not seen is bàbá àgbà? How do you know that is bàbá? Let's rationalize these things. So for those of you that will join because you like to sing and dance, you are welcome. They are welcoming you there. Go and sing and dance, but have it behind your mind, at the back of your mind, that 70% of the songs that you are going to be singing, and we don't have a problem with it. Seriously speaking, we don't have a problem with it. Sing it, enjoy it, dance to it. Ọlọ́wọ́ gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tí ń yọ ọmọ ẹ̀ òfin ayé àwọn ìyá mi ọ̀pá kí àlàkẹ́ ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n dẹ̀ máa yọ wá lọ́fìn ayé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Olójú lukára bí ajere ẹ mà wọn tó ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ òrìṣà kan ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Elétí gbáròyé ẹ̀dá àwọn ìyá mi ọ̀pá kí àlàkẹ́ ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọ̀pá tí ń rìn kọ̀ọ̀rún kanlẹ̀ àwọn òrìṣà kan ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Kábíyín ò sí ọba tí ń fọba jẹ kábíyèsí Ṣàngó ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Jésù jọba rí ni. Did Jesus join council of elders níbi tó ti ń fọba jẹ? Ṣé òun gan jọba ni? Ṣé ìdílé afọbajẹ ló ti wá ni? No. But in the history of Yoruba land, in the history of the Oyo Empire, Ṣàngó jọba, òun ni kábíyèsí tó jọba. So let's be guided. Let's not mix it up. Is that okay? Let's not mix it up. The hearer of all things, elétí gbáròyé ẹ̀dá, Ifá ló jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Let's not mix it up. Ṣóyẹyìn, we love you so much and we are grateful. And this is one for those that are wondering. These are one of the things that contributed to the fact that Ifá did not go anywhere. Torí àwọn tó wà ní ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì wọ́n ń bá wa kí Ifá, wọ́n ń bá wa kí òrìṣà every Sunday. Ó tiẹ̀ táwọn aláṣọ funfun. Wọ́n ń bá wa kí Ifá, wọ́n ń bá wa kí òrìṣà every Sunday. If you want to stay within the confines of your Bible, translate Rose of Sharon and Lily of the Valley. Jésù ní àwa ò ní Rose ń bí àní Lily kankan bí. Kò sí Sharon kankan bí báyìí. The Lion of the tribe of Judah. Yes, hold on to that one. Because we don't have a tribe of Judah in Yoruba land. So you can hold on to that one. Stay within the confines of what you are. Ẹ má máa ṣe kúkẹ́, ẹ má ṣẹyẹ kẹ́, ẹ má dá gbogbo ẹ̀pọ̀. Wọ́n ti dá lórúkọ mọ́ ṣàpọ̀n. Àti ẹ̀wà mọ difference mọ̀ báyìí. Wọ́n ti dá gbogbo ẹ̀pọ̀ mọ́ra wọn. They are sharp packing everything together. Something has to work. We understand you, but we are just saying. Our forefathers did not tell you, so you felt comfortable. You say a Yoruba Christian. Olódùmarè is not God. Hello, God yín. Go and find the Yoruba name for God. Ọlọ́run, Olúọ̀run, òrìṣà kan ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Olódùmarè is the divine supreme being. Àwa la ní. There is no, just stay within the confines of what you have. Kí oníkálùkù là. So those of you that love those songs, I just said taking sọ fún yín as you prepare for another Hallelujah challenge. Ẹ lọ máa bá wa kí òrìṣà níbẹ̀ o. Òrìṣà dẹ̀ gbè yín, kò sí kó má gbè yín. Ẹ lè pe bàbá àgbà arúgbó ọjọ́ kó má dá yín lóhùn, á dá yín lóhùn. But when you are receiving the benefit of it, ẹ má sọ pé Jésù nítorí kò ṣe Jésù lẹ pè. Òrìṣà lẹ pè, àwa náà dẹ̀ rí yín. Òrìṣà dẹ̀ gbè yín. Whether church lẹ ti pè, bó jẹ́ mọ́ṣáláṣí lẹ ti pè, bó jẹ́ ilé awo lẹ ti pè, bó jẹ́ inú kọ́nà lẹ́yìn lẹ ti pè, òrìṣà jẹ́ yín, òrìṣà gbè yín. Have we understood that? Thank you very much and see you tomorrow. Títí ọ̀la tá a tún máa pàdé lórí ètò. Èmi ni tí yín tòótọ́, ọ̀rẹ́ yín, olólùfẹ́ yín, ìyá yín, your friend, your teacher, your ìyánífá Awobakefa, Olóyè Iyanifa Awobakefa, Chief Iyanifa Ewa. I will see you tomorrow. If you joined in late, just get a replay on our YouTube channel, Iyanifa Ewa TV. Eshegoni, I will see you tomorrow. Let's see how this thing is going to let us end. Thank you so much for joining.